remembering and that same bond that we saw as a nation back on that day, we saw today is kind of nice.
Welcome to Mingus Marauder football here and the field at Bright Field. Here in the home for the Mingus Marauders. It is Patriot Day, Kyle, and lots of festivities planned here, and we're going to get right into it with the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. So we're going to get all sorts of fun stuff. We've got interviews coming up. We're going to talk about the halftime report. We're going to try to honor as many of the former Mingus Marauders that are first responders that have done military duty and have served our country. We're going to try to recognize as many of them as we possibly can. It's going to be a spectacular event out here at Mingus Union High School.
Yeah, you know, we had a week off. It's excited just to be back for football. And then on Patriot Day, like you said, a ton of former Marauders and first responders, military members to recognize. We're going to do our best to do so, but it's great. Another Friday night with football.
It is indeed third home game in a row for the Mingus Marauders with a break, with a bye week, which was good because Peoria has come to town. They're going to be a handful. Peoria is definitely a formidable opponent, and they're going to be ready for Mingus here tonight. When we get into the Vinny's Pizza pregame report, we're going to get a chance to talk to Coach Doug Barrett, who had military experience in the Marines. We'll get a chance to interview him. We'll pick up more and go from there on Patriot Day, the Patriot Day version of Mingus Marauder football here at Mingus Union High School. We'll return after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Welcome to the Vinny's Pizza pregame report. Call Vinny's now at 646-3333 and have pasta, subs, or a specialty pizza delivered right away. Don't forget the garlic knots and wings. Now let's head back live to the press box for Jackie and Kyle.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, Jackie Bessler along with you. I'd like to introduce Coach Doug Barrett from the Mingus Marauders. Welcome.
Hi, thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your service. You
My
were
pleasure.
In the United States Marines. What years did you serve?
I served from 99 to 2003.
Okay, and I see that you brought your uniform with you.
Yeah, it's the only part of my uniform that still fits.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes,
Not
I'm
even
positive.
the belt?
Well, maybe a belt if I lengthen it.
Okay, all right, we will work with that. So from 1999 to 03, obviously September 11, 9/11 goes back 14 years ago. That is right in the middle of your service.
Yes.
Do you remember that day? Do you remember where you were?
I do. I was actually on leave, came home and helped my stepdad at work, and we were laying a block wall up, and this guy come running out of his security trailer saying we were under attack, and we thought he was crazy because we had no idea yet. Turned the radio on and decided to go watch it and have lunch and see what's going on the news and watch the TV and learned about it there, and it just didn't know what to think at that point in time, didn't know what to do.
I remember feeling my heart literally drop into my stomach. I was sick to my stomach on that 9/11, and being in the military, I can only imagine. How did it make you feel?
Well, it made you feel upset, and okay, now I need to make sure all my training, now I need to think back and what do I need to do, make sure I got everything ready, check on my equipment, make sure I'm ready to go if I do get called up.
And I'm sure you were anxious being on leave.
I was.
I can only imagine how anxious you were, and then you get back. And where were you stationed at that point?
Camp Pendleton.
Okay, so you get back to Camp Pendleton, and I'm sure everything was in an absolute tizzy. And what was the atmosphere when you got back there?
It was, nobody knew what was going on. We were getting our stuff ready, making sure our equipment was working properly, making sure we had everything we needed, because we didn't know where we were going or if we were going.
Right.
So.
But I'm sure it was also gnawing at you, because I know off camera you and I had talked a little bit about, this was a shot. You took a shot against our family, against our country.
Right.
And that whole feeling of that just doesn't sit well.
Right, yeah, like I said off camera, you can mess with me all you want.
Right.
But you mess with my country or my family, and you're going to have a fight on your hands.
Yeah, and I'm sure that was the feeling when you got back to Camp Pendleton. So, pardon me, tell me a little bit in regards to your service. What did you take from your service?
I took a lot of pride, a lot of respect for other people. It teaches you good respect, teaches you good work ethic. There's a lot of things that I still do to this day that I never did beforehand. I eat faster. And my wife hates that, but I do eat faster. Stuff like that, I take the language I had to tone down.
Oh, I imagine. And I'm glad you did so here. Thank you very much.
Right.
I appreciate it.
But other than that, you take the brotherhood. I still have people that call me, still have people I talk to on Facebook, text, see every now and then. So it's just the brotherhood. I mean, even Coach Galloway, he was a former Marine.
Yes, Desert Storm, correct.
Yes, Desert Storm. And, when I first met him, it was an automatic instant brotherhood. Shake hands, hi, say Semper Fi, and we're good brothers then.
We got just a few more seconds with this, but a lot of this also relates back to the same experience that football players have, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it's a brotherhood in football. You camaraderie. You guys are at war with the other teams with each other.
Right.
You got to have each other's back in order for it to have a successful football team.
And I agree. Coach Barrett, thank you so much for your service.
And my pleasure.
And I thank you so much for coming on board with us and having an interview. Hey, when we come back with the Vinny's Pizza pre-game report, we're going to talk to you about some of their specials. The injury report looks clean, which is fantastic. Oh, love it. Okay, we're going to get into that. We're going to get a little bit into last week, 2 weeks ago against Lee Williams, and our matchup here tonight. The Peoria Panthers coming to town to take on your Mingus Marauders here on the radio and on TV. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics. We are Flip City Gym. We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in Northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Well, you hear the cheering going on as the Mingus Marauders are coming out on the field, all carrying American flags, which is awfully darn cool. It is the Patriot Day version, and you know what I really admire about this is the fact that, you know what, yes, this is a Friday night, this is football, and life goes on, but life goes on with honor, and life goes on remembering the tragedy of 14 years ago, and we're going to have all sorts of festivities going on. We're going to have speeches, we're going to have moment of silence that we're going to be looking for here today, the national anthem that we're going to be doing, and we're going to try to capture all of that during the Vinny's pregame report out here. Last week versus Lee Williams, Mingus had their way 42-0, 7 touchdowns, only one of them in the third quarter. So prior to halftime, Mingus had it in full control, 35-0, 315 rushing yards, zero passing yards. Never put the ball
Wasn't
up.
needed.
Wasn't needed. Upham with 6 carries, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns. Clark, 79 yards, 2 carries, 2 touchdowns. Accurso, 4 carries and a touchdown. Stabreth had another touchdown on his carries out there. And then, for the season, boy, it has really rolled up.
Yeah, it really has. If you look right there, passing yards, 100. Rushing is one thing that has really stood out this season. A total of 708 rushing yards, averaging 9.4 a carry, and the longest was there, 75 yards and 10 touchdowns. So of the 10, half of them go to Upham. He has 209 rushing yards on the season with 5 touchdowns, and he is also 23rd in the state right now going into tonight's game with the 290 rushing yards. Staying with that, Cole Phelps is 13th in the state currently in tackles and 16th in sacks. And one thing that we saw in the first 2 games was the turnovers. Defensive, we have a total of 187 tackles, and sacks, again, turnovers have been huge the first 2 games, 9 sacks. Yards lost on the sack, 64 yards. Of course, we had one that was over 20 yards 2 weeks ago. So it was really, the defense was doing it all. And what we saw in the first two weeks was just that both sides of the ball, we were doing it. Fumble recoveries, 4 right there, and it was just a great first 2 weeks.
Well, we're going to try to see if we can check in and get with the PA announcer and see if we can get some of the PA announcer on with some of the program.
Police officers, firefighters, first responders, and others. Little doubt exists that if you, the citizens of the Verde Valley and Peoria, were in those same situations that transpired on the morning of September 11th, 2001, would think and act in the same manner. The virtues of duty, self-sacrifice, loyalty, and most importantly, love were exemplified on that day. As we think why we are gathered here this evening, it is important to realize that these same virtues will be seen on the field as our athletes compete against one another. As we remember the past, it is important we recognize these events and honor the 2,977 people who lost their lives as a result of these events with a moment of silence. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and remove your hats as the Marauder Pride Band performs our national anthem.
Anthem by the Mingus Marauder Marching Band as our festivities continue here at Mingus Union High School. And I am looking forward to the halftime performance. I know the cheerleaders have something planned with first responders, military, and a special opportunity. If you do fit into your military uniform, you can get in for free by bringing just show up in your military uniform. You'll get in for free here tonight at Mingus Union High School versus Peoria.
Yeah, it's great. Right now we're watching them. The Marauders coming out all again holding the American flag, and it's just a great day to remember. You know, with all that's going on in the world and people have their opinions, but this is one day where we can all get together and remember what happened 14 years ago and come together as a nation. And that's what was amazing about that day, September 11th, 2001, is that we came together as a nation, and we continue to do so every year since.
Here tonight, the Peoria Panthers are in town to take on the Mingus Marauders. This is going to be a tough one. Lots of stuff we got to talk about this game. Believe it or not, Game 3 is huge. Game 3 is absolutely huge. Hey, let's take a look at the Vinny's Pizza Special, as they are our pregame sponsor out here for, oh my goodness, look at the wonderful job. The spaghetti and meatballs at Vinny's are it is absolutely wonderful. I love the garlic knots and the garlic toast, and the meal is available. And I also want to thank them. By the way, last time we were here, they showed up and dropped off pizzas. It was like, oh, this is fantastic. I love this.
We didn't even see it till the end of the game.
I know, and by the way, that is why we did not thank them right away, because we didn't see them until the end of the game. We were all, oh, well, that's probably good, because I would have had pizza from here to here. But nonetheless, Vinny's Pizza, of course, just with the Clemenceau building, just past 6th Street on the 89A bypass, our proud sponsor for our pregame report. In fact, we're going to get on with it and take a break. When we return, we're going to take a look a little bit more at the matchup here tonight. Peoria Panthers, Mingus Marauders, here at home. Third home game for the Marauders. We'll be back after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
This has been the Vinny's New York Chef Pizza pregame report. Order for pickup or delivery tonight. The number 646-3333. We'll return for kickoff right after this.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Mingus Marauders out on the field, getting ready for the coin toss here at Mingus Union High School. Once again, the third game in a row for the Marauders out here, and the Mingus Marauders got 4 captains out there. Looks like Scalf is out there, Jones, and who else do we have out there for the Mingus Marauders? Number 52. Oh, that's Jordan Vincent, the center nose guard for the Mingus Marauders, and just to his side, Juan Ruiz, one of the running backs. And it looks like the Mingus Marauders are going to defer. Hey, you know what? I want to thank a couple of people. How about Robert Doss, AJ Lucas, Frank Vaca, and Bob Blankenship, former Marauders, with military service. And you know what? We're going to try to mix in as we go along. We're not going to catch everybody. We're not going to catch everybody, but we're going to try to acknowledge as many of them as we possibly can as we move through. Let's take a look at the sports coming up this week. And it looks like cross country will be at Ray Worley, the Ray Worley Invite. September 14th, volleyball versus Camelback. The 15th, volleyball versus Winslow. And the swim team versus Sedona and Northland Prep. On the 16th, freshman football, who are 3-0, they will take on Greenway, a 55-20 victory over Peoria's freshman squad.
Wow, you love to see that with the freshman squad. I mean, putting in work, undefeated as well this season, and future looks good if you can keep it going. And we talked about it the first 2 weeks, no JV squad, so the future, they're all down there, either playing up at the varsity level or they're down at the freshman level.
Let's take a look at Peoria here real quickly. That is the key. Quick, speed. This Peoria squad is all about speed. Let's take a look at some of their offensive stats on the year. Guevara, 19 of 35, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions. One of his favorite wide receivers is Muhammad, 12 receptions, 210 yards, and I understand he is dangerous returning the ball too.
Yeah, it sounds like that they can perform on all aspects of the game. I mean, returning the ball, we're going to see it right here to start off the game and what that returning game is all about. But Muhammad, he's also going to be back there with Noah Erickson, and those two are some of the senior wide receivers as well for this big passing game. But Guevara, the quarterback, Anthony, as you mentioned, he has 2 passing touchdowns on this season so far, but last year he had just over 2,000 passing yards with 20 touchdowns, and he rushed for another 396, so big season last year.
How about that? 250 yards so far in the season, he's behind it. Short kick, they're going to kick to the up man. Mingus looking to cover it very quickly, and they will hit him at about the 34-yard line, and just like that, Mingus comes out with respect for the return team.
Yeah, that's what you have to do. You don't want to see the first play of the game, that kick being taken back. We saw a couple nice returns the first 2 weeks from the opposing teams, and that's what you're trying to prevent here, especially against a well-known return game like the Peoria Panthers have.
Other football coming up, Cottonwood Middle School, who is 1-1. They'll play Saturday, tomorrow, September 12th versus Williams as we get underway. Mingus is on defense to start. Ball on the 34-yard line. A spread offense, a wishbone in the backfield. A quarterback takes the snap, throws it quickly, but the play is stopped by, it looks like, an illegal motion.
Yeah, right out of the gate, we see the passing game getting going here, and the Marauders were bringing some pressure there from the outside especially. It looked like they had one of their linebackers coming in, but right out of the gate, passing, and something that we haven't really seen from the opposing teams that much so far this season is a passing game. So it'll be interesting to see how this Marauders defense can respond.
Well, it'll be 1st and 15 now. The ball inside the 30 for the visiting Peoria Panthers out in their white, yellow crowned helmets. He's got 2 running backs in the backfield with him. Gueva hands the ball off, and through the middle, he'll pick up 7. And off to the right-hand side, first back through. Was that Dodge?
That was number 20 on the...
It looked like number 10 on the tackle there. Upham was in there making that tackle. And, yeah, right out of the gate, we see a rushing play as well.
Number 20, Isaiah Veal on the carry. And there we go. He'll pick up 7 yards, so second, and we'll call it a short 8 for the Peoria Panthers. Ball just over the 35-yard line. Shotgun, handoff up the middle, squirting through, and I don't know how he got there, but very quickly getting through is number 25, and he'll pick up the first down. That's Rick Dodge. That's who I thought had the ball the first time. He'll pick up the 8 they need and move the chains.
Nice tackle there again by Upham, just grabbing the ankles right in the middle of the field and bringing him down as he had a full speed. Really nothing other than Upham there, and if he wouldn't have been able to hold on, he would have been off to the races.
No huddle offense. Did you notice that? No huddle offense. And they move everybody around. Mohammed goes to the lone side. He's got one-on-one coverage. 2 receivers on the near side. 2 backs in the backfield. This time, Gueva will go under center. No, he won't. He'll go back to shotgun. No, now he will. And no. Wow, I'm getting dizzy. He's back in shotgun. He is. And he looks to hand off. He does hand off. He cuts it back across. And Dodge will pick up No, that's not Dodge this time. He'll pick up yardage up close to the 50-yard line, and that's Vale again with the carry.
Yeah, we've seen here early from the Panthers offense. We saw right from the beginning, first play of the game, they go to the air, and then a couple running plays here, and they're moving the ball a little bit.
Mingus, 3 men on the line of scrimmage, 5 linebackers defensively. Now 3 men in the far position. They're going to throw to the man up underneath, and it is thrown short. And the intended receiver was 15, Erickson. That's your man, huh?
Yeah, and you know, Tyler Kelly, as you can see here, shooting through the line. Nice little pressure. I wasn't sure if they were trying to, it looks like they were going to number 15. That's Erickson right there again, but nice pressure by Tyler Kelly coming through the line.
Well, they had just put him in the game, too, on the previous play. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Spread offense, 1 back in the backfield. Quarterback out of the shotgun. He's got some pressure. He'll throw to the far side. He's got a man open, and the catch is made on the far side of the field. And he'll lose his helmet, too. That's Muhammad on the catch, and he'll pick up about 8 on the play. That was thrown all the way across the field. Did you notice that?
Yeah, it was, and again, the Marauders bringing 2 linebackers up the middle, and that was Veal on the reception there, and again, the helmet coming off, but it looked like that we had a flag on the play.
And I wonder if that is for the helmet coming off. And that is going to march the Peoria Panthers forward and put the ball at the 26-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. I don't know a lot of things, but I know that one was costly.
Yeah, no, it definitely was. It just looked like the tackle got a little high there and ripped the helmet off, and now they're threatening, knocking on the Marauders' door.
And coming in very quickly was Stabref from the near side, and I think that is going to be an encroachment. He knew he was blitzing, I know that.
Well, they've blitzed a couple times so far on this drive. That's Kelly. We saw him, I believe, twice so far on this opening drive, coming up the middle and putting pressure on Guevara. And he gets caught this time.
3 receivers to the right. Quarterback in shotgun again. He's looking to hand it off. He does. Late handoff and a good drive forward. They're just trying to pick up the first down as they get inside the red zone down to about the 17-yard line. Give them 3 on the carry.
Well, now even with the Marauders blitzing on a few plays back-to-back here, the Panthers continue to run right up the middle. It looks like that's their game plan so far.
Well, they're good at it so far. Once again, 3 receivers to the right. They spread out the Mingus Marauder defense. Quarterback, quick pass across the middle. The slant is received and down to about the 5-yard line. And making the catch is number 15. That's Erickson. Great slant. Absolutely great slant. They had one-on-one coverage on the far side. He just comes up underneath the defense and is able to hang on to the ball.
Yeah, and I believe that was actually Raymond Cortez on the reception there.
Was it?
Yeah, I believe so, but that's what it's going to do. They run 3 or 4 plays up the middle, and it opens up that passing game, and right across the middle, Cortez with the nice reception.
They're going to hand the ball off, coming to the near side, getting an angle and into the end zone is number 25, and Rick Dodge will pick up the touchdown from about 5 yards out. So the Peoria Panthers strike first and get on the board, and the Mingus Marauders now down 6-0 with the extra point coming up. The kicker is number 11, Lino Rico.
Ricky Dodge, he's their leading rusher so far this season. He's got 19 carries for 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Quarterback, Guevara, he's second on the team in rushing attempts with 112 yards and 1 touchdown. But Ricky Dodge showing what he can do and getting in the end zone.
Well, they'll pick up the 4 yards they needed and the touchdown. They're taking plenty of time trying to get the play out there. There's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it looks good. And here at Mingus Union High School, 9:21 left to go in the first quarter, and the Panthers are up on the Marauders, 7-0. Mingus gets the ball right after this.
Our whole whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, and it was a 66-yard drive for the Peoria Panthers, helped by 20 yards in penalties for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus will take the kickoff for the first time, get their hands on the ball offensively with 9:21 left to go in the first quarter. There's the kick, and there's the whistle. Not a long kick. They were kicking that one short. Well, maybe the kicker actually held up on that. Lino Rico, the kicker for the Peoria Panthers. And it looks like he may have more distance to kick. Normally, you don't stop it if the defense is offsides or something like that.
I think already we've had more penalties than the first two games. You know, it'll be interesting to see how the Mingus Marauders come out offensively. In the first game, first play, you had Upham with that big touchdown run, and then in the second game, a few plays into their opening drive, they score again. So we'll see if they can repeat this in the third game.
Well, this is going to be a different defense. Kicking off from the far hash mark. They will kick it deep, and it drives the receiver back for the Mingus Marauders. He got the ball at the 15, looking to cut it up, looking to break away from a tackle, unable to do so. And it appeared as though that was Whitfield on the tackle. Mingus is going to start with the ball just past the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 22.
Tristan Clark on the return. We saw a couple nice returns from him earlier in the first two games, but he brings it out to just past the 20-yard line. And here comes the Mingus Marauders offense. We'll see if they can move the ball just like the Panthers did in their opening drive. But again, they had some help from some Marauders penalties.
Mingus comes out. One receiver on either side. And they've got two wings. Upham over center. And they'll hand off to the first back through, and he'll scramble forward back to the line of scrimmage. And that's about all he will get off of that.
Yeah, not much working up the middle there for the Marauders. I was trying to see who was on the carry there, but
I believe that was Rios from the backfield. He had some yards last week against the visiting Lee Williams squad. But that was just to get the clock rolling, right, sir? All right. Mingus with the ball again, and whistles will stop it again. I think this is going to be encroachment. Far side appears to have moved as soon as the wingback turned, and Mingus is going to get a free 5.
Another penalty here, and this time it's benefiting the Marauders here. So it looks like the defense is starting out a little shaky for both teams. Not so disciplined.
2nd and 5 for Mingus. The ball at the 27-yard line, and Mingus goes in motion again and again. Same man on the far side jumped, and that should give Mingus a first down if Rios didn't lose any yards on his first carry. And they're going to place the ball there and give Mingus a first down. Mingus, hey.
Not too bad when you run one play.
Yeah.
For maybe a yard, and then 2 plays later without even snapping the ball, you get a first down.
Take no time off the clock either. They don't jump this time. Upham looking to throw. He's got a man wide open downfield, and just barely overthrew him, and coming through wide open. Holy cow, Mingus had that completely.
Yeah, that was, let's see, Carson Anderson there. He was wide open in the middle of the field, and Upham just threw it just outside of his reach. But that would have been, if he would have caught that in stride like he had his man beat, he would have been off to the races, and that would have been 6 points for the Marauders, but just outside of his reach.
Open, for those listening on radio here on KYBC AM 1600 and 96.3 FM, open by at least 10 yards on that play.
At least 10 yards.
Mingus with the ball. Peoria showing blitz. Mingus has men moving. Upham's going to keep the ball and pitch at the very last second. And on the far side, it looks like Clark streaking. No, it is not. It is a Curso all the way to the end zone. And Mingus strikes back from the 32-yard line. 68 yards on a very late pitch to the far side of the field.
Very was Upham. If you see right here, he runs off to his right, sees the defender bite and come towards him. And he pitches out to Curso, who just has nothing but open field down the sidelines and beats the DBs there to get in for 6. And that was a great job reading the defense by Upham and pitching it out to Curso, who had nothing but open grass.
And out comes Meyer to dot the I and add the extra point against a shocked Peoria squad. The snap is good, the kick is good, and here we are tied up. 8 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Mingus scored on, 4 plays if you count all the penalties. 8 minutes left to go, 7-7 here at Mingus Union High School.
Well, that's what that...
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics.
We are Flip City Gym.
We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in Northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, Mingus going to kick off again and answers quickly. They're going to kick this one kind of sort of deep. It bounces just in front of the 20. Mingus looking to cover it. Up the middle he goes and breaking, streaking down the field. And I'm not sure they're going to catch him. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, and a touchdown all the way for number 15, and that is Erickson. And we were told that this Peoria squad between Erickson and Mohammed scored on kickoff returns 10 times last season.
Yeah, we're looking at the replay right here. The kick is off to the left side, right side for the Panthers, and he brings it back up the middle, and there's just an open lane in the middle of the Marauders kick, and he just nothing but he was seeing the end zone there. I mean, he receives the kick on the right, around the right hash, and then just comes back to the middle, and there's his blockers create that nice lane right up the middle of the field, and he's gone.
Lino back out for the extra point again. Holder out there is Guerva, and the kick is up, and line drive and good, and just like that, we are back to commercial time. 15 seconds is the response for 7 points for the Peoria Panthers. Too many P's in that sentence. 14-7 your score. We'll return to Mingus after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us. Hi, Denise.
I just recently purchased my 4th vehicle from Oxendale. It's a 2010 Kia Soul, and I love it. And the reason I continue to come here after all these years is because not only do they have wonderful service, they treat you very professional.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, Mingus will get a chance to respond. Peoria on top, 14-7, 7:45 left to go in the first quarter. And Kyle, this game is absolutely crucial, huge for both squads, primarily because there's 56 teams in Division III.
Yeah, it makes it really tough. You have to have that really good schedule and a good season to make the playoffs.
And they're going to just squib kick it. And Mingus will jump on it with pretty decent field position at the 37. And I think Mingus is thinking, hey, you know what? That's what we're doing next time.
Yeah, they did it the opening kickoff. They didn't kick a little pooch kick there to prevent a return. And you got to think that that's what we'll see here next time they're kicking the ball off to the Panthers.
Well, just like that, Mingus will be back out on offense. It feels like a really quick stop, doesn't it?
Yeah, it really does. It seems like we've been kind of all over the place. I'm curious to see here what the Marauders will do returning. We had that nice pitch for that touchdown with the Curso.
And the pitch is to the near side. Mingus is going, special play. The throw is up and almost picked off Tristan Clark, the intended receiver. And good coverage as Mingus goes to the halfback option out there.
Yeah, that was Aleha Gibson for the Peoria Panthers on the coverage there. Nice coverage, just really had kind of boxed out Tristan Clark on the sideline there, and he was on the field side and was kind of putting himself between the ball and Clark and really made it difficult for Clark to get into position to make that throw, and it was a little overthrown.
Well, what I did like was the fact that it was thrown only at a place that Mingus could catch the ball. That was a well-thrown ball. And had Gibson not actually gotten in the way and slowed down, then I think Clark had a chance to get to that ball. But 2nd and 10, Mingus with the ball at the 37-yard line. Motion and a quick run up the middle for the Marauders. I think that's a Curso, as he'll get forward to about the 40-yard line for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, Curso again right up the middle. Not much working. We saw the first series. The Marauders tried a couple times to run it up the middle, and the Panthers defense was able to stop it.
Well, that was a very quick hitting play. I'm not even sure where I saw Jordan get rid of that ball. In fact, Upham has not actually held the ball himself. 6 men, 7 men in the box for Peoria. He'll hand off the ball up the middle. Mingus with a little room and struggling downfield and across midfield. And the tackle made by number 4 out there. It appeared as though the
30, Alex.
Yep, that was Pfeiffer running the ball, and he'll pick up almost 13 on the play.
Yeah, that was a really nice hard run by Pfeiffer, and he dragged a couple Panthers with him on that play before they were able to drag him down to the field, but a nice pickup for the Panthers, or for the Marauders, excuse me.
In the middle of the red M, going from the right to the left across your radio dial, are the Mingus Marauders, down to 7 at the moment. 14-7, 6:30 left to go, first quarter action. Man in motion, and Mingus will give the ball up the middle. Pfeiffer again gets the call. This one not quite as successful.
Yeah, I know they're trying right up the middle there. We saw the first couple plays this series up the middle didn't work, but then you had that one that popped for 13 yards at a first down. So, and what was really interesting to see, we hadn't seen much of it so far this season, but there was that little pitch play into a pass down the sideline for Clark, but we know that the Marauders have some of that up their sleeve, and we see it here early on.
Long sleeves we have here at Mingus. 2 receivers to the near side. Mingus with the snap. Accurso goes in motion. First back through. No, it's a pitch coming the other side. Good block, but he's run out of blockers, and out of bounds on the near side is Clark. He'll gain some, not exactly what he wanted. We'll give him about 4 on the carry.
Yeah, you know, initially it looked like he was coming from the right side, came behind Upham, and Upham pitched it out to him. It looked like he had some room for a big gain. But that was a nice job by the Panthers defense to just string him out to the sideline and kind of force him out of bounds for a minimal gain.
3rd down, Mingus with the ball on the 43-yard line of the Panthers. We'll call it 3rd and 6 from the scoreboard. Curso in motion. Upham takes the snap. He's got a little time to throw. Looking to throw. He's got a receiver on the outside of Curso. Short gain, but covered well on the far side. That's going to bring up 4th down. Kyle, what do you do?
You know, 4th down here. We saw them the first 2 games. They went for it a couple times on 4th down. Looks like the, let's see, offense is going to stay out there. You're on the Panthers side of the 50. So we'll see here. That was a nice little pass by Upham into the flat to Accurso.
On the tackle for the Panthers,
towards the sideline.
Now, of course, Mingus always looks like they're going to go for it, and they can kick out of this, especially when Upham is your punter. So he can pull out of that and kick. They could look to see if they get an extra. No, they are going to hand the ball off, and Mingus is going to get stopped short as Peoria eats it up quickly. And they're going to mark the ball at about the 45-yard line. Peoria will take over on downs right there.
Yeah, it almost looked like they knew that one was coming right when he hit the line of scrimmage. I think I counted 7 or 8 Peoria Panthers around the ball there, and just nothing working there. And now the Panthers start with their offense on the field in good field position.
Zach Brigham for the Peoria Panthers gets credit for the stop for a loss. And the ball goes back to the Panthers here, 45-yard line. Mingus on defense again, trailing 14-7, just under 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. They hand the ball up, looking to weave his way through the middle and then kind of laying forward for a decent gain of 3.
Handoff to number 20.
20 gets the ball on the handoff, and that's Veal again, and he has been a back of choice.
You know, that was a nice play there by the defensive line of the Marauders, and the defensive and offensive lines played great the first 2 games, and that was a big reason why the Marauders had such success.
2 men to the near side, 1 to the far side, 2 men in the backfield for Guevara, pardon me, the quarterback, a senior, 5'11", and 170 pounds. How many seniors did you say they had? There's the snap, looking to throw. He's got a pocket. Now he's scampering. Could be dangerous. Throws it away. Got outside the tackle. And the young man from Peoria, Anthony, just throws that one down at the 50-yard line, about 4 yards in front of his receiver.
Well, you know, with Anthony being the second leading rusher on this Panthers team, when he rolls out of the pocket, even if you have the pressure, there's that threat that he will make something out of nothing, kind of like what the defenses see in Upham. But you mentioned it, a lot of seniors here for the Panthers team. They have 34 seniors, so this is their year. They believe that this is the year that they will make some noise.
Spread formation for the quarterback, 3rd and 5. He's going to run it himself up the middle. He's got some room and then stops short as the Mingus Marauder defense comes up stiff and does not allow it. Number 78 coming in for part of the tackle for the Mingus Marauders. And that is Skelth sliding down from a defensive end position. So the quarterback picks up 4, and now it's 4th and 3 on the Mingus side of the field. What are you going to do with this?
Yeah, well, it looks like they're going to go for it. They got the quarterback in the gun here.
Takes the snap, looking to throw. Mingus is coming, throws the ball downfield deep, and it is caught, but out of bounds, and Mingus caught a break. Is that Muhammad on the far side of the field that was all by himself? Mingus had the blitz coming. He had to get rid of the ball quickly. And look at this. You can count them. 1, 2, 3 Mingus Marauders coming at the quarterback and had a shot at it. It was Myers on the coverage, unable to get to the ball, but it's just barely thrown out of bounds. So, hey, turnover for Mingus, huh?
Yeah, that was Muhammad there, who was the intended receiver. He's 5'11", 165, a senior, going against the 5'9", 170 Trey Meyer. And Trey Meyer looks like he either got kind of twisted up a little bit or for whatever reason was able to let Muhammad behind him.
Tight formation for the Mingus Marauders. Mingus looking to throw, and Upham in trouble. He's going to get sacked and lose about 5 yards on the play. In fact, I think that's probably only the 3rd time that Upham has been sacked this season.
51,
yeah, it looked like he was trying to make something happen as the defense was just kind of on him right when he turned around. That was Isaiah Quintero on the sack there, and he was one of 4 Panthers on top of Upham there once he got to the grass.
Well, they're going to give him 5 on the sack, so a loss of 5. 2nd and 15. Mingus now has the ball at the 44-yard line, their own 44-yard line. They go to a spread version themselves. And Upham back to throw, looking for somewhere to go. He's going to throw out to the near side. He's got an open receiver. 2 blockers in front of him. And streaking down the field, he's got 1 man to beat. And unable to get away. Great reception out there, Juan Ruiz.
Well, Upham just gets the snap, and he just starts shooting straight back on his drop. And nothing but Panthers coming in his face, and he just kind of dumps it off to Juan Ruiz there, who had a lot of room to work with. As you see here in the replay, Upham just dropping back, looks to his left, and there's number 18 catching it over in the flat. Nice little block there by one of the wide receivers downfield, and a nice, much-needed pickup there for the Marauders offense.
Well, Mingus now, ball just inside the 30 of the Peoria Panthers. Long pitch coming to the near side, far side rather. Ruiz has got the ball looking for somewhere. He will lower the shoulder and then keep rolling and bowling before. And we'll give him a good solid run of about 8 on it as he found some sort of a slip. Is there something true about getting skinny when you get through a hole?
Yeah, no, there definitely is. I mean, the smaller you can make yourself and the lower you can get, it makes it more difficult for the defense. You know, they say from a defensive standpoint, you want to get lower than the ball carrier in order to bring him down. And if the ball carrier's low or skinny, you know, makes it difficult. He had a little help from some of their offense.
Back-to-back plays by Ruiz for 35 yards, 7 rushing, 28 receiving. Upham over center again. He's got a Curso to the near side. And he's taking his time making the snap, and he'll keep it himself for the first time. There goes Upham around the corner, and he will go all the way for a touchdown to nearly tie it up, as Mingus is now down by 1. A 23-yard keeper scamper by the senior Jordan Upham.
Well, Upham takes the snap, and he's got Clark coming around behind him, and it looks like he fakes to the fullback, and we saw him pitch the ball to Clark a couple times, and the defense looks like they tried staying true to Clark, but Upham was able to keep it and was just got himself into the end zone. A really nice play there. He broke a nice arm tackle as well.
The kick is up and good, and Meyer is perfect, although he'll pick himself up off the ground. And here we are, first quarter action. 4 scores, 2 for Peoria, 2 for Mingus. It's 14-14. We'll return after this.
Pawn Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pawn Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pawnpalaceaz.com.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, a look at the scoreboard. The Cottonwood Parks and Recreation scoreboard shows 14-14. Peoria scored first. Mingus back. Peoria ran it back. Mingus scores again. Mingus kick it off again this time. He sends it deep. Ooh, not quite to the end zone. Trying to get it there. Mohammed on the right-hand side, streaking. Gets to the outside. Clipped, but not brought down. He is at the 50. Tries to cut back, and he'll bring the ball all the way to the Mingus Marauder side of the field, down to about the 43-yard line.
Wow, that was a nice return by Muhammad. And again, we see the threat that this Panthers return game poses. I mean, he broke 3 tackles there, and he puts it into Marauders territory. Look at the replay right here.
It's amazing what you can do with a couple of good blocks. He goes to the right-hand side, reads his blocks well. A missed tackle once there. A missed tackle on the cutback there. Curso almost had him. Actually, he did. He was able to hang on to him and slow him down enough for the Sea of Red and the undertow to take him down.
Yeah, you know, he runs tall. He runs a little bigger than he looks. He's only 5'11", but when he's standing straight up like that, it's hard to bring down.
There's the snap. Early handoff goes to the near side, but it's going to be blown dead, intended for Rick Dodge, trying to scamper to the near side.
It looks like Cole Phelps was a little bummed that play was blown dead, as he was right behind the running back with the ball.
Yes.
He's like, oh, come on, why do you got to blow the whistle? I'm right behind him.
Right. That's when you feel that wind on the back of your neck. Hey, we want to thank our friends at Pawn Palace. You can listen now to Mingus Marauder football on your phone. Powered by Pawn Palace. Go to myradioplace.com and find the details. Don't forget, we have coming up in minute 27 and a full second quarter, the Oxendale halftime report here at Mingus. 2 receivers near side, 1 to the far side, 2 in the backfield for Guerva. And he'll be looking to throw. He's got a receiver on the near side. Oh, just thrown barely out of his reach. Intended receiver Erickson.
Yeah, it looked like Erickson was open there in the flat on the right-hand side of the field, but it was just outside of his reach. You had a couple of Marauders there, so if he would have completed that pass, I don't know if he would have gotten much of a gain.
When they go spread like this, you've got to take linebackers out to cover some of these receivers. And we talked in the pregame report from Vinny's Pizza that the speed of this Peoria Panther team kills.
Yeah, you know, when you have speed all over the field, it's like whatever you do, they're able to counter it.
There's the snap, and the handoff comes up to the middle. Dodge takes it, bounces off a tackle, and then back almost. He's still going to be short of the original line of scrimmage. Give him give him 1 or 2 on the carry. That's going to bring up 3rd down with the ball at the 45-yard line. Peoria with the ball. So 3rd and we'll call it 13.
You know, that was a nice job there by the outside linebacker for the Marauders, Isaac Romero, as the running back came over to his side, and he was just kind of stood his ground on the outside of the line and forced the running back inside where the Marauders made the tackle.
Twins both sides for the Peoria Panthers. And two claps means I want the ball, and sacked in the backfield, a deep sack. Guevara, kept going backward and backward. Not a good choice for the senior.
Yeah, that looked like Pete Kelly on the sack as you had Marauders coming from both ends. Isaac Romero in there as well. And that was a big sack for Pete Kelly there, who had a couple sacks on the year so far, but that is a nice play for the Marauders defense.
13 yards on the sack, and that's got to bring up a punt. First punt formation we've actually seen out here. Pete Kelly, and I think that, what is it? Is that his 4th sack on the season?
Yeah, you know, the Marauders had a lot of team sacks going into this, and Pete Kelly, that's going to be his 2nd sack of the season. He has 2.5.
I thought he had more. What was the safety? That's going to be the end of the quarter. Let's take a look at the Cottonwood Parks and Recreation Center scoreboard, tied up 14-14. Mingus looking to get the punt when we return to Mingus Union High School after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, while the Peoria Panthers, while we were in break, did punt, and I heard poison screamed throughout the stadium. Half of it was coming from the crowd. And Mingus will take over at the 26-yard line.
Well, the Marauders offense is getting set out there. We'd like to thank John Graves Propane, Common Folks Giving Uncommon Service, Cottonwood Motorsports, Polaris ATVs, and Victory Motorcycles, Flip City Gymnastics as well, a good sponsor for us, gymnastics, cheerleading, and more.
Also want to say hello to our friends at Susie Q Market. And that is where you go for your road trip. Start there, right there at Susie Q.
Susie Q Market,
under
noted.
The Texaco Star. That's where you pick up the power drinks. I don't know how many beverages. They've got a choice of like 9 million or something. All right, Mingus with the ball. 2 receivers to the left. Upham under center. He's going to pitch to the far side. He's got some blocking. He'll cut it up underneath and did not continue to the outside. He'll pick up about 2 on the run is Pfeiffer.
Yeah, Pfeiffer, he had a full speed ahead there running on the outside, left-hand side of the field, and that was, let's see, Ali Ha Gibson on the tackle there. He just kind of stood him up.
So 2nd and 8 with Mingus having the ball. We'll call it the 28-yard line. Just underway here in the second quarter. Thanks for being along with us. And don't forget, you can view and watch all of the Mingus Marauder games on Verde Valley TV. That's Suddenlink Channel 2, Cable 1 Channel 56. Man in motion for the Mingus Marauders. And Upham gives it to the second back, confused the cameraman and the announcers, but unfortunately not the Peoria defense, and no gain on the play for the Marauders. That's going to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that was Tristan Clark, the second back there to get the ball, and that's one thing that makes it tricky on these opposing defenses is when the Marauders have multiple backs in the backfield, you never know who they're going to give the ball to, and then you throw a quarterback like Upham into the mix where he can do it with his legs as well. You never know what they're going to do. We saw the touchdown run that Upham had there in the first. Same play when they pitched to Clark earlier. They sent Clark in motion again, but in this stead, and Upham kept the ball and walked in the end zone.
Clark in motion. Upham coming around. He's looking to throw. He's going to throw back the other way. He's got a man out there. Galloway could not get away from the tackle of number 11. That is Rico. And that's going to be a completed pass, but unfortunately a loss of about 6 yards on the play.
Flag came in a little late there as well. Upham had Muhammad in his face too, and that might have forced the throw a little bit, but Muhammad, a 5'11", that's a big guy in your face.
Well, let's see if this one goes against Peoria. If it goes against Peoria, this will actually be huge for the Mingus Marauders, even a 5-yard variety, but they are marking it off from the point of the foul, but that should be enough for a first down. So a 15-yard penalty. I did not see what they called, but that has to be a face mask or personal foul of some sort.
The opening drive for the Marauders, we saw they ran one play, then back-to-back penalties from the Panthers, and that led to a nice drive for the Marauders. And again, the Marauders did it with the opening drive for the Panthers. So the defense on both sides of the ball racking up some penalties here early.
Well, that's still going to be a pass of -6 yards. The play is going to stand to Galloway, but Mingus will pick up the first down on the yellow litter on the field. And there's the personal foul. First down. Now we get the sign. Now we get the sign. It was a little delayed, but now we get the sign.
I'll tell you what, whichever referee threw that flag has a nice arm. That came flying in about 20 yards.
Yeah, you should see him replace his divots in golf. 2 men in the backfield. More traditional set for the Mingus Marauders. And there is the snap. First back through. Does not get it. Upham keeps it and will get caught from behind in the backfield. And Peoria with another tackle for a loss against Mingus. Is it just me, or have both defenses starting to get a little more sturdy?
No, they definitely have. You know, you can see here a couple times now seeing the Marauders offense. The Panthers are keying on both the running backs as well as Upham, and that's what you have to do when you're defending an option like this, is you have to take everyone out of the equation. So basically anything the offensive does, if they hand it off to the fullback or the tailback, you got guys covered there. If the quarterback keeps the ball and takes it to the outside, you have your outside linebacker keying on him as well. So it's just all about who's got who and sticking with your man.
Look at this, 8 men in the box are Peoria. Mingus with a man in motion and try to run it up the middle. Actually off tackle to the left, and will get crushed as Pfeiffer with another carry, but it does not go well, bringing up third down. Mingus stuttering a little bit here with the ball at the 35-yard line, their own 35-yard line. Tie score 14-14 as we're approaching 8:30 left to go in the first half.
Zaire Soto, the defensive tackle for the Panthers, 5'10", 245, met the running back there right in the gap, and he was able to take him down. Also in on that tackle was Frankie Leal. He's one of their leading defensive players for them this year.
No gain on the play, 3rd and 13, and whistles will stop it. And we'll see the referee mark Mingus back 5 yards for either delay a game or motion.
Harold, PDS. Susie Q. Market.
You know, I mentioned Frankie Leal there on that last tackle. He had 108 tackles last year in 11 games. He's one of their leading seniors on the defense. He's also made first-team All-Section 2 times, so he's a big asset to that defense.
Stack in the box again. Upham has the ball, looking to try to get away. He does. He scampers to the near side. He's got a man to beat on the outside and is thrown out of bounds. Actually tackled out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Awesome gain as Jordan Upham brings his team within a somewhat reasonable 4th down attempt. So 4th and 4 with the ball at the 44-yard line of the Mingus Marauders.
Trevor Galloway had a nice block there on the outside that kind of got led Upham to get a couple extra yards there, 5 or 6 yards after that big block by Galloway.
I like it when we have all this unselfish blocking. Mingus is set up in what could be a run or a punt scenario. Upham gets the punt off. Muhammad loses it in the lights, and it'll take kind of sort of a Mingus Marauder bounce, and Mingus will jump on it for the pure intention of making sure that Muhammad doesn't pick it up.
Did you see him back there? He let it bounce a couple times, and he kept kind of stuttering like he wanted to go pick it up, but You hear the coaches on the sideline yelling, no, don't touch it, don't touch it. But whenever you have these nice returns like Muhammad's had already 2 tonight, it's got to be hard to leave that ball on the ground.
Definitely. Hey, let's take a look at the Arizona Smile Designers Smile Cam here for the first half. There's big smiles in the crowd, and they had lots to cheer about. Mingus is holding on and doing well. We knew this was going to be a battle. We want to thank our friends from Arizona Smile Designers, and they do take new customers, including kids. They're on Willard, just off 89A in Cottonwood. Back to action. Peoria with the ball. 2 claps means give it to me. And off goes the running back to the right-hand side. He'll get around the corner, and then a decent gain, a good push from behind from the offensive line as he got stood up. That'll give 8 yards on the carry to Erickson.
Number 6, Alejandro Stabref on the tackle there. And Erickson, he was running with a purpose there, but Stabref just held on and drug him to the ground.
That's his first carry of the game, and it goes for a good one, 9 yards. Trips to the inside, 1 receiver to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Peoria, 2nd and 1. Quarterback's going to keep it, come to the near side. He's got the first down, but that's about it. Good coverage for the Mingus Marauders, but looks like the quarterback, Guevara, just basically wanted to move the chains, and that's what he got it done.
Yeah, that was number 6, Stabref again. Nice play there in the outside linebacker position. It looked like he was fighting off a block from one of the receivers and was able to get that outside leverage and bring down the quarterback.
Line of scrimmage, 23-yard line for the Peoria Panthers. Tie score, 6:36 left to go in the first half. 14-14, it's been back and forth. Quarterback takes the snap. He'll find a little room on the near side. A stiff arm attempt did not work well, but he's got a great gain of about 9 on the play.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if he wanted to run this ball. As we look at the replay right here, he gets the snap out of the shotgun, and you have number 21 coming off the edge, Pete Kelly, but he gets blocked, and then the quarterback just keeps it and is able to pick up a nice little gain.
Well, Pete Kelly got blocked and then held when he was trying to get back to the play, but it was quick enough. He let go of him quick. 3 receivers to the right, and the quarterback will hand it off. They're trying to just get back to the first down marker. They needed 2. They got 3 up the middle. First down, Peoria ball at the 35.
Yeah, that was again Ricky Dodge on the run there. Ricky Dodge, he's one of the seniors, one of the 34 seniors on this Panthers roster. He's coming in at 5'8", 160 pounds.
Twins both sides, 1 man in the backfield. I'm not sure what is the most dangerous setup here for Peoria. Quarterback in shotgun, takes the snap, looking to throw this time. He's got nowhere to go. He's got pressure. Mingus is trying to get to him. Caught him, held him up, and then drilled by the Mingus Marauders. That is Tyler Kelly that will get credit for the sack. And he was given a present back there as another Mingus Marauder got a hold of the quarterback and was able to hold him up. Kelly got into the backfield, out of it. Pete Kelly gets a hold of the arm just long enough, and Tyler Kelly comes up and cleans it up. Second sack for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, first guy back there, Pete Kelly, then Cole Phelps, and then Tyler Kelly finishing it.
Here's the snap, looking to run to the outside. Goes the quarterback, and he'll scamper out of bounds. However, there is a flag on the field, and I may have seen a face mask on that one.
Looking at the replay here, yeah, it might have been a face mask on number 7, Tyler Kelly. Might have just clipped it a little bit. We'll see what the call is.
Now, do you think that in high school football you should have the intentional and unintentional face mask?
Holding. They got holding right there. Intentional or unintentional face mask?
Yes. You know, like in the NFL, the unintentional, if you call it an unintentional, it's 5 yards, right?
You know what? I think you do need to have that in there. Just that way you keep kind of the defense away from the head of the offensive player.
Yeah, but at the same time that, the 5-yard penalty puts a decision on whether it was intentional or not. First back through with the ball. Mingus covers it pretty well. 2 yards near side goes the Panthers. Cole Phelps with the tackle for the Mingus Marauders. But they do move the ball past the 42-yard line. And by the way, the face mask call did give a first down to Peoria. So now 2nd and 8 from about the 43-yard line. Quarterback. Empty backfield now. He's looking to throw. He throws to the near side. He's got a man open, covered quickly, and great tackle. Good open field tackle by the Mingus Marauders on the far side of the field.
Well, the Marauders were bringing pressure off of the edges there, and we see it here. They got 2 guys, one from each side, and he goes to the side where the pressure was coming from, and nice little pickup in the flats.
I think it was Ruiz with the tackle, keeping a 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. Nearly the 50-yard line out here are the Peoria Panthers. And there's the snap. He's looking to run. Quarterback up the middle, darts through, finds a hole, gets the first down. A gain of 7 for Guevara.
Beautiful tackle there by Upham, coming flying in from that safety position, as Guevara looked like he was just he'd had that little stutter juke move, and he was going off to the left-hand side, but with Upham come flying in, grabbing the ankles, and was able to bring him down. That's tough, being the safety and cornerback, one of those DB positions. You're the last guy out there, last line of defense.
Twins both sides, and Peoria's going to look for another call. Appears as though he was told to go ahead and go with the play, taking his time as there's 3:34 left to go. Quarterback back to throw, had a man between 2 Marauders and off the fingertips of Erickson, and that is a bad dream for that young man.
Yeah, that really is. That was a nice, well-thrown ball there, and a little zip on it, and I don't know if that's what kind of got in the way from Noah Erickson making the play there, but that was a nice, well-placed ball by Guevara.
I think that was a good play call. 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. 3:27 left to go. Peoria trying to drive, and they will hand off to the right-hand side, and he'll gain about 4 as the pile just kind of moves forward. You know what? That's going to be a long 3 out there for, look, was that 25 on the ball?
Yeah. 25 ran right into Tyler Kelly. Stood him up and wrestled him down for a gain of about 2 yards, it looks like.
Rick Dodge with the carry. Ball on the Mingus Marauder side of the field, and Peoria wants to think about it with 3:02 left to go on Patriot Day. Old Glory at half-mast, now moving rather rapidly at Mingus Union High School. We'll return and take a break with them. We'll be back after this.
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at reesestire.com.
I want to thank our friends at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros, a longtime sponsor of Mingus Marauder football. Here's the scene. It is a 3rd and 7 from about the 42-yard line. Quarterback is having to run and scramble to the near side and will be tackled from behind. Tyler Kelly catches him.
Tyler Kelly running with purpose. He had, you could see from up here, his eyes just light up as he fights off a block on the outside and was able to chase down Guevara for a nice sack there. He's been coming all night. We see the Marauders here in the first half bringing some pressure and trying to contain Guevara in that running game from the Panthers.
2nd sack out there for Tyler Kelly in the game in the first half. Now, this means that Mingus will get the ball back with 2:27 left to go and another timeout on the field. This time it is Mingus. They're going to talk about the possible punt fake. I don't know. We'll find out right after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice County can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Well, Mingus will come out. They will go into a punt return. And Peoria at the moment showing punt. Punter would be Rico, number 11. Would not be surprising if something was up. But no, they're going to go ahead and kick it. They're going to kick it deep, and Mingus doesn't have anybody back. Hope that gets in the end zone. It does not. It is covered at about the 2 or 3 yard line. What a phenomenal special teams play by number 24 out there, which is Joseph Cardenas.
Yeah, you see he's down there almost before the ball even takes that second bounce, and he doesn't even let it take a second bounce. He's down there and downs it at the 2 yard line.
And just for good measure, keeps 2 feet in bounds.
Yeah. Hey, he's got the eye on the prize. He's open one day. One day.
Well, yeah, one day. If I was receiving this ball, then I would do it this way. Okay.
If I was in the NFL.
All right, so Mingus with 2 timeouts, 2:18 left to go on the Cottonwood Parks and Recreation Center clock. Scoreboard says 14-14, and Mingus is down at their own 2 yard line. Dangerous, and Mingus will run out of it. Upham will gather it up and get out to about the 5 yard line. I agree with that play.
Yeah, so do I. I mean, just do what you can to kind of give yourself a little breathing room backed up into your own end zone. And Upham, he kind of lowered his shoulder, got low, and after his one hand got on the ground, he was able to kind of keep those feet moving for another 2-3 yards.
All right, now, of course, this would be better if we had more of a hurry-up going on for the Mingus Marauders. They're kind of sort of taking their time getting back to the ball. 2nd and 7.
Upham keeping it again, and he just a little short of the first down. Looks like he runs out to the right-hand side.
Well, Mingus is playing very cautiously. He does get out. No, he does not get out of bounds. The clock continues to run at 1:22 and under. Mingus now with a 3rd and 2 from the 10 yard line. And don't blame him for not doing any kind of handoff, not taking any chance, but Mingus is taking an awful lot of time here in the backfield. Now remember, Peoria also has 2 timeouts.
We're approaching a minute right now left until halftime.
Mingus in no hurry, and then we'll take a timeout. So running the clock down to 54 seconds. I know they're trying to make sure Peoria doesn't have any time in case they don't get the first down, and from their own 12 yard line, they got a long ways to go. I most assuredly understand that. Either that or we're looking for the 88 yard play.
Hey, we've seen it a couple times this year.
Yep, that is only going to take 7 seconds off the clock, so we have to run the clock now so we don't give it back to them with too much time, right?
Yeah, hey, it's definitely feasible. We've seen it already once this game.
Right. Most assuredly. Now, at the same time, I agree you don't throw out of your end zone. Not when Peoria has been just absolutely in the backfield most of the game. Okay, I understand that. Now, at the same time, 54 seconds, Mingus still has another timeout. First down here, then you can possibly put the ball up, See if you can start picking up yardage in big chunks. Mingus, 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Upham takes the snap, looking to run, and will get tackled immediately. And down he goes at approximately the 10 yard line.
Of the Marauders.
And
that was Juan Ruiz on the carry.
Oh, Ruiz, he did hand the ball off, okay. Handed the ball off, and a timeout now by Peoria. Hey, we're going to go ahead and take this timeout with Peoria. 48 seconds left to go. The cat and mouse game continues, or chess game. 14-14 the score here at Mingus Union High School. We'll be back after this.
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Fourth down for the Mingus Marauders, and they are sitting at their own, just inside their 10-yard line. Obviously, Mingus looking to punt, and they quick snap, and then they had a man coming off the field, was Peoria. That might be a free first down for the Mingus Marauders.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if the Panther that was kind of sprinting off the field was able to get off before the whistle was blown.
Oh, no. Peoria, knowing that, called a timeout. Peoria, knowing that, called a timeout wisely. And you know what? I'm going to give kudos to Coach Will Babb, who, by the way, found out Tony Gonzalo, one of his coaching staff, is a former military member, and Mingus has 2 military Marines. We had the opportunity in the Vinny's pregame report, talk to Coach Doug Barrett, and then of course Coach Galloway was in the Marines in Desert Storm, and Kevin Knowles, Jake Hockman, John Heath, Jason Piper, all Mingus Marauders with military service. Upham will take the snap, and he will punt it, a line drive. It comes down to Mohammed. Mohammed looking to go to the far side. He'll get around the corner for 1, and he has got a streak down to the end zone, and he will score. The only savior for the Marauders would be a flag, and I do not see one on the field. A 55-yard punt return for the Peoria Panthers will put them up at halftime. With 35 seconds left to go, Mingus will have 35 ticks, no timeouts left, to actually try to score again. Mohammed, great setup for that special teams coach for Peoria is fantastic.
Yeah, he catches it on the left side of the field and then brings it back around the right-hand side, and they had that nice wall on the right side set up, and I just didn't see any contain on that side, outside contain on the Marauders, or either they had that such a great wall that he was blocked.
Extra point attempt by Rico is up, looks good, and is 21-14. 21-14, 35 seconds away from the halftime show here at Mingus Union High School, honoring first responders, military, and more from our cheerleading squad. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
And here we go with the punt. Peoria will punt this one, and it'll come down to about the 15-yard line. Mingus looking to get a run back up the middle, looking for a block and not getting it. Down to about the 20-yard line are the Marauders, so they will have 26 seconds to go 80 yards to try to tie this one up on Patriot Day.
That was Anthony Accurso on the return there. Not much working for him, but okay, 26. So now this is what you see. You know, you got some time left. You'd like to see them try and go in the air here to pick up a few big gains, but you know what? We've seen them do it on the ground as well.
We'll have the highlights of the scoring. 21-14, almost at halftime, as we get into the Oxendale halftime report. Mingus looking for the play. Upham goes toward the sideline and says, no, coach, the 80-yard play. The 80-yard play. Upham over center. Take the snap. And pitch it to the outside. Mingus has a little bit of room and out of bounds. All right, took 6 seconds and will gain about 8 yards as the pitch went to the far side.
Yeah, that was Tristan Clark looking to get the same result that they had earlier in the half when Upham pitched it out to Clark, and he had a nice little pickup there and looking for a block on the outside there, which they didn't get. But, so far this season, we've seen a lot of nice blocks on the outside of the field and downfield by the receivers and some leading blocks, but didn't exactly get what they were looking for there.
Mingus somehow lost a second, 19 seconds left to go. 2nd and 2 with the ball at about the 29-yard line. Double tight for the Mingus Marauders wing. Man in motion. Mingus will pitch to the outside, and he'll pick up the first down. Did he get out of bounds, though? And it does not appear as though he did. And they will stop the clock to set the chains. 12 seconds left to go.
It looks like they Upham faked the pitch twice. He faked it to Accurso, who was in the backfield there, and then gave it to, actually pitched it to Clark. So they had 2 backs in the backfield there, and that's what we've seen from them. I mean, they do so much in the backfield. There's so much movement, man, in motion from the left-hand side, coming across, handed off, and he runs to the right side, so it's tough.
Well, Mingus will not get another play off. They will go into halftime, trailing for the first time in the season. Score of 21-14, the Peoria Panthers on top. We got our halftime show coming up, including the Oxendale halftime report. Check at the Cottonwood Parks and Rec scoreboard, 21-14 at the end of the second quarter. We'll return to Mingus Union High School after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market. Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
Welcome to the Halftime Report, brought to you by Oxendale Dodge Chrysler Jeep, your dealer for the people. Stick around for the first half recap, including Marauder highlights, scores, and stats.
Here at Mingus Union High School, we are at halftime of Patriot Day, and I know we have all sorts of presentations ready as I know the cheerleading squad has gone through an awful lot to put together all sorts of things, and rounds of applause as you see first responders, you see military, former military, current military, all out there on the field for the Mingus Marauders, and they're going to be doing a routine out here. You see the different flags the flags of all the 5 different branches of military, and they have put an awful lot of time into putting this presentation together. And if you are military, I want to thank you for your service. We want to say thank you to several former Mingus Marauders: Austin Rogers, Bo Goodwin, Tommy Nestor, Andre May. How about Cheyenne Dawson from the cheer squad a couple of years ago? Also want to thank my father, John Bessler, Air Force veteran from the Korean War. Let's go ahead and take a look at the performance out here by the Mingus Marauder cheerleaders.
He stepped off the plane in his combat boots. He saluted the reds of white.
For those of us on radio here on KYBC, get a chance to see the demonstration going on as the cheerleaders are doing their display, the 6 flags on the field, and of course all of the military and first responders honoring those from 9/11 14 years ago, as more than 2,000 Americans died that day. We want to thank John Wixom, Chris Carrillo, Anthony Carrillo, Jack Zellner, Ryan Hauser, former Mingus Marauders with military experience, Robert Doss, 4-year starter for the Mingus Marauders. As we see some of the first responders out here, as we're into our halftime report for the Oxendale group, Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep. Here at halftime, the Mingus Marauders trailing 21-14. And honestly, Mingus has played pretty decent defense, played pretty decent offense. It's been the special teams play that's killed us.
It really has. I mean, this game was all knotted up. Peoria goes into halftime with a 1-touchdown lead, and that's just because of that punt return there towards the end of the half. But, you know, we're seeing it from all aspects of the game, especially with the Panthers. They're running the ball. They're mixing in the pass as well. But, yeah, 2 scores on special teams for the Panthers has really kind of put them ahead in this game. But the Marauders, you know, answering back, Peoria gets on the scoreboard first, and the Marauders march right down the field and return the favor. So it's been a really exciting game, and you know, we're getting a chance to talk about some strategy here in the locker room and seeing what teams are going to come out as. The Panthers, you mentioned it before we went to break, first time trailing so far this season.
Well, let's recap it real quick for you. A 4-yard dash by Dodge for the Peoria Panthers. The extra point made it 7-0, but a 68-yard pitch to a Curso for the Mingus Marauders, and with the Meyer extra point made it 7-7, and then a 78-yard kickoff return by Erickson made it 14-7. Peoria on top. 1:40 left to go in the first quarter. A 23-yard keeper by Upham ties it up. Meyer with the extra point, 14-14, and then 35 seconds left to go. Ouch. 35 seconds left to go. Muhammad, a 55-yard punt return, makes the difference here at halftime. Hey, we're going to take a break here in the Oxendale, Chrysler, Dodge, and a Jeep halftime report. We want to thank the cheerleaders. We want to thank the servicemen, the first responders, and everybody who has been on the field for our Patriot Day demonstration and presentation at Mingus Union High School.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep. We believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hey guys.
Hey Matt.
Last time we were here to buy a car, my wife and I could shop on the lot while our kids were in the play area and watched after them. It's for our family and also for our business, and they've always been able to find exactly what we've been looking for.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics. We are Flip City Gym. We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, the Oxendale Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep halftime report. And Travis Reed joins us once again. Travis, this has been the tightest game we've had so far, 21-14 at halftime.
Yeah, this is a great matchup right here between two really good teams.
And the difference has been special teams. That third part of the game that, kind of sort of sometimes makes a difference. It is the difference.
A lot of times makes a difference. And right now, the visiting team is winning that matchup.
Peoria Panthers, 2 special team scores, and that accounts for 21 out of their, 14 out of their 21 points here in the first half at Mingus Union High School as we go through beautiful demonstration on the field for Patriot Day.
Very lovely, very touching, and it's good to see all of our veterans out there as well as our first responders getting the props they're due for putting their life on the line every day.
Amen. And they do get some other props as well, some certain discounts available out there, especially on new, correct?
Absolutely. Oxendale Chrysler, $500 rebates on all new vehicles for veterans and for current military. And we also do the same thing on used cars. Even though there is no recommendation for it, we like to take care of our military, our veterans, and people that are putting their lives in the line of fire every day.
Well, I appreciate that. They appreciate that. And there should be some advantages for things like that. And, we were kind of talking about what makes Oxendale different, and could it be the penalties?
Or maybe the lack of penalties that we have.
Lack of penalties.
Yeah,
okay.
we teach our salespeople not to, like we were talking about earlier, we don't throw stiff arms, we don't face masks, we don't horse collar. As a matter of fact, Jackie, we have our sales staff salaried, so there's no need to put pressure upon our customers to do things they don't want to do. I've told you before, it's not about selling a car, it's about solving problems and finding solutions to those problems. So it makes it a lot easier for our salespeople not to put high pressure tactics onto our customers. And the nice thing about that is when you go to a different dealership, you may say no, and you're going to be talked to by the manager and the sales manager and the finance manager and the closer,
right?
But not at our dealership, because again, we're here to help you solve a problem, and we're going to give you solutions and multiple solutions to those problems, and hopefully you can make a choice of your own that's a good decision that we're going to help you with.
So you don't actually have to bring blockers with you. right?
No blockers necessary.
Wow.
But if you'd like to bring somebody to help you along with the transaction, we'd be more than happy to assist them too. We're very transparent at our dealership. If you want to know what your trade-in's worth, we'll show you on Kelley Blue Book what that's worth. If you want to know the value of the car you're purchasing, we have no problem showing that because we want you to make a good decision, a decision that you made, not that you got pushed into doing.
No high-pressure sales available. Oxendale, Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep. 89A bypass. And oh my goodness, you guys always look so packed of cars.
We're full of cars. As I mentioned last week, we've got over 400 cars available for sale right now. We've even got 150 in back that you can't see when you're driving by. So we're loaded up, all makes and models, and we are the dealer for the people, and we're making deals for the people.
Awesome. Lots of inventory, no tactics. We'll return to the Oxendale, Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep halftime report after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here. With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
This has been the Oxendale Dodge Chrysler Jeep Halftime Report. We'll meet you back on the air as exciting Mingus Marauder football returns for half number 2 right after this.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. Other dealers will tell you how great they are, but at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, our customers do the talking for us.
I've been buying from Oxendale for the last 10 to 15 years. I always get good service, and I know I can shop locally here and get the same deal I'm going to get anywhere, and appreciate the fact that you can buy locally and get taken care of here.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Well, Mingus will get the ball first here to start the second half, trailing by 7, the score of 21-14. Mingus trailing the visiting Peoria Panthers. We talked a little bit in pregame. This is a key, crucial game for Peoria. They've already got a loss on the season.
Yeah, you know, you're going to have with the way the sections are divided up, you have to have a almost perfect schedule to have a shot at the playoffs, and dropping their first game of this season, a season where really 34 seniors on the roster. This is their time. They came close last year, lost in the first round of the Division III playoffs. So they don't want to put a second loss in that on that schedule.
Thank yous go out to Robert Stokes, Brandon Wacker, first responders, former Mingus Marauders, Jesse Rios, Dane Christensen. How about that? And as well as Roger Vincent, so many more. Hey, first half stats for the Mingus Marauders. Upham has thrown the ball 4 times. He's 3 for 4, 23 yards in the air. And Accurso, 2 carries, 71 yards and a touchdown. Upham has a touchdown rushing as well. Mingus 162 yards of total offense. Now, check this out. As we take a look at the Peoria Panthers offensively, Mingus has really, truly controlled it. Quarterback Anthony Guevara is 3 for 8, 22 yards. Dodge has got 6 carries, 23 yards, and 1 touchdown. 1 touchdown offensively. They've only got 60 yards of offense against the Mingus Marauder defense, but they got 21 points on the board. It has all been special teams.
It's all been special teams. It's that third element of the game, if you will, that really plays a huge part in the outcome. And the Panthers, you give the credit, the Marauders defense, give them a lot of credit. They gave up that first touchdown early, had a couple penalties that really hurt them. And if you look at that first drive, that scoring drive by the Panthers, I mean, they moved the ball a little bit, but the Marauders helped them out there with some penalties early on. But really, if you look at those first half numbers from the key players on the offense of the Panthers, compare it to some of the other games that they've had this season, really the Marauders have been doing a good job containing them.
They have. Now Mingus will get the ball first, as we made mention in the second half. They were just waiting for the scoreboard to go to give Mingus the opportunity. Peoria and Mingus anxious to get round 2 underway.
Mingus isn't happy about that punt return for a touchdown there at the end of the half.
And here's the kick from the 40-yard line, little pooch kick that is going to be dropped and then fumbled off, and it looks like Peoria may have the ball at the Mingus Marauder 28-yard line. And Mingus unable to actually corral that one in, pops off a pad, and Peoria, just like that, deep in Mingus Marauder territory at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, a little pooch kick. They didn't want to go downfield. That's the second time tonight that the Panthers have kind of pooch kicked it there to prevent the Marauders returners from doing anything. And, with something like that, if it hits the ground, the ball, you just got to fall on it. For some of those guys up on the kick return team who aren't used to having the ball in their hands, just fall on it.
Ball on the right hash mark. Peoria now going right to left across your radio dial. 2 receivers on the left, 2 on the right. Double twins. Quarterback made a move, no penalty, and, well, there it is. All right. The clap is okay, but the hips turning is usually a false start. So, all right, I saw the same thing that our officials saw out there, and they're going to back it up 5 yards, and that is now for the Peoria Panthers. That is their 7th penalty of the game. All 5-yard varieties except one for 15, which was an important first down for the Mingus Marauders, by the way. So 1st and 15 now, with the ball on the 34-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. Mingus starting deep in their own territory. Same setup. There's the clap and there's the snap. Quarterback looks to throw, throws downfield, has a receiver, and it falls harmlessly, thank goodness, to the turf. Erickson, the intended receiver.
We saw this again with Erickson in the first half. You see just he got one hand on it, but it wasn't able to kind of keep the ball from popping out of there and bringing it in. That's Noah 15, Noah Erickson.
So now 2nd and 15. Same sort of a setup as the post route seems to have worked against the Mingus Marauders. They've tried it a couple of times. And quarterback's looking to throw. He'll throw the deep route, the go route to the far side. The catch is, I thought it was made.
Well, it was right in the breadbasket of Muhammad right there, who was down the sidelines. And, that was a beautiful, beautiful pass by Guevara. You see right here, putting it right into where only Muhammad could catch it, and he just wasn't able to control it and keep it in.
Mingus now Peoria 3rd and 15 from the 34-yard line. They've tried it in the air 3 times now. Well, actually twice. One was a penalty. Same setup. Twins and twins both sides. One man in the backfield. Quarterback takes the snap, looking to throw, throws quickly, and the slant is dropped. Muhammad had that one. That one's not going to look good on film. However, it would have been short.
I believe that was number 4, Najee Clark there, who dropped the ball. But that's 3 passes in a row that were dropped by the receivers. One of them was a little bit out of the reach of number 15, Noah Erickson, but right there on the slant, Clark looks like he could have made that catch. So now it sets up, a completely different scenario here for the Panthers instead of if they would have completed those 3 passes.
4th and 15. The Panthers are going for it from the Mingus Marauder 34-yard line. There's the snap. Quarterback, little bit of trouble, throws it into coverage, and Mohammed It goes off his hands, but unfortunately, out comes the flag. Now, in high school football, that should be a 10-yard penalty. The problem is it's an automatic first down, and Mohammed claims that he was touched before the pass got there, and the back referee agreed.
That one hurts right there for the Marauders. I mean, you had 4th down and long setup. After you caught a little bit of a break there with the receivers of the Panthers dropping a few passes, which would have converted to some nice yardage. But, man, that pass interference penalty hurts.
Well, they're going to make it a 15-yard penalty, but an automatic first down. So that's going to put the ball inside the red zone just a tad, 19-yard line. First down, Panthers, and they come back out in the Twins. They're going to keep taking their shots downfield. Guarantee you they're going to go 4 shots again. Quarterback takes the snap. He's going to hand off to the near side, trying to stretch it out to the sideline, and then tackled at about the 10-yard line out there by Upham.
That was number 25, Ricky Dodge, again on the run, stretched out by the Marauders defense to the sideline, but had a nice gain.
That's the first run of the second half, and he'll pick up 9. So he didn't get the first down. 2nd and 1 from the 10-yard line of the Mingus Marauders. Quarterback has Dodge back there in the backfield, this time to his left. He'll take the snap, hand it off. No, sorry, it was not Dodge. It was Veal back there, number 20. And he does hand it off to him, and he does not get anywhere. Mingus not fooled on that one. 10:42 left to go, third quarter. Mingus trailing 21-14.
Yeah, it was a little delayed handoff. He kind of handed it off to Veal there and then faked like he was throwing the ball, but the Marauders didn't bite.
No, if you can see the ball, the fake don't work. Twins left, Twins right. 3rd down and 1, definitely 4-down territory for the Panthers. There's the snap, quarterback hands it off, coming to the near side. He's got a man to beat. I think he's got the first down on kind of the veer to the left-hand side, and that's going to be Veal again.
Yeah, that was a really, really nice tackle by Pete Kelly there, bringing him down, Veal down, who was trying to get around that edge and was not able to do so as we look at the replay right here.
Well, it's going to bring up 1st and a goal from just inside the Mingus Marauder 9-yard line. Peoria leading by 7 already. 10 minutes left to go. And the quarterback's going to keep it himself. He'll find himself scampering to the outside, looking for somewhere to go. Hit, and then triple hit. And down goes the quarterback, and he'll lose a good solid 5 yards, 6 yards on the play as Mingus will get the sack. It was Tyler Kelly who held his own, beat him to the outside. Kelly with the first contact. Second contact, taking him to the ground, is going to be number 68 for the Mingus Marauders. That might be his first sack of the year. And 68 is going to be Dalu, who is playing defensive tackle. So 6-yard sack out there for Dalu. And quarterback will take the snap, looking to throw. He's got protection, throws it into coverage, and it is broken up. And Rico tried to, kind of did one of those soccer moves. Thrown out there, no flags, by the way. Ruiz on the coverage out there, and that is going to bring up a very important 3rd and goal from about the 15-yard line.
The 4th drop by the Panthers receivers so far on this drive.
All right, out comes the Panthers. 3 to the left, 1 to the right now. And quarterback takes the snap. He'll throw it up underneath real quickly. And this one. And Najee was the intended receiver. No flags on the field this time. I thought there was more contact on that one than the other one.
Yeah, I kind of broke out the binoculars trying to see if there's a flag somewhere on the field that I couldn't see, but incomplete pass surrounded by Marauders there, and it looked like there was maybe a little bit of contact, but the referees decided not to call it.
Going for the ball is the thought. So 4th down, and it looks as though Peoria is going to be attempting a 31-yard field goal attempt by Rico. Rico has shown he's had the leg with the extra points. There's the snap, good snap, and it is up and good. 3 points on the board, Rico. That's important. That makes it a 2-score game against the Mingus Marauders as we look at the Cottonwood Parks and Rec. Whoa. No penalty on the field. Hold your horses, everyone.
Successful by number 11.
Okay, the field goal was good. However, a penalty against Peoria, and they may mark this one back and force him to kick it again. So, Mingus Marauders, if that's the case, breathe a sigh of relief as the points did not go on the board. That was the first indication something was wrong. Referees are talking this one out. They're waving off the flag. Whoa, okay. Coach Young wants an explanation of this one. They wave off the flag. Well, while Coach Young is getting an explanation, that was a short explanation. All right, 9:08 left to go. We're going to take a break. 24-14, Peoria leading by 10. Third quarter action, 9:08 left to go.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're on the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
Well, Mingus is lined up to get the ball back. Last time we did this, they didn't. Here's the kickoff, pooch punt again, and this one is going to bounce. Mingus will pick this one up and handle it and push his way forward to about the 28-yard line. And I'll tell you, Peoria practices against their own special team squad. They're almost showing lots of incredible respect for everybody else's special team squad because they know how to do it right.
Yeah. You know, you're practicing against a special team squad that can put points on the board and change the course of a game quick. So, you know, they're going against a great scout team in their own return game. But you know, going back to that defensive stand there by the Marauders, that was a great job after giving up a 15-yard penalty there, putting them in pretty much the entire drive was in the red zone and only giving up 3 points. You got to be happy with that outcome.
Mingus will pitch to the near side. Here comes Clark. He's got a Curso in front of him. Great block by a Curso. There goes Clark. Past the 50, past the 40, the 30, 20, and tackled just short of the end zone down at about the 5-yard line. Tristan Clark needed one more Wheatie for breakfast.
Another huge block there by a Curso on the outside to kind of just, let's see, on the tackle there by the Panthers. That's number 4, Nige Clark, wide receiver, was able to chase down Clark. But you see here, he's just got a Curso leading him on the outside. A beautiful block there on around the 40-yard line and propels Clark down into until he gets within the 10-yard line and brought down from behind by Nige Clark.
Well, they're going to put the ball at the 10-yard, just inside the 10-yard line, so it'll be 61 yards on the carry for Clark. Mingus with the ball. They're going to pitch it to the outside, coming the other way. Mingus with a break, and into the end zone is a Curso. A 10-yard touchdown, and Mingus, 2 plays, puts points back on the board as the cannon echoes through the arena.
Oh, that's what a big play will do for you, like Tristan Clark's big run, getting him down to within 10 yards of a touchdown. Nice little play there, 32 for the Panthers. Gilbert Lopez was back there and looked like he was going to be able to make the tackle, but Accurso was able to get outside, and then nice little cut move inside and right into the end zone.
Myers set up for the extra point, and you got Kelly on the hold. Myers' kick is strong, true, and good. Mingus now 8:40 left to go. The Cottonwood Parks and Recreation scoreboard says 24-21. Peoria ahead by 3. We'll be back after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon Premium Wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Back here, Mingus looking to kick off again to the most dangerous piece of the Peoria offense.
Well, real quick, I got a from Twitter here, a little high school football, Northern Arizona high school football update. Bradshaw taking on Notre Dame. In the second quarter, Bradshaw is down 21-28. Notre Dame leads.
Myers does the little pooch kick, and it comes down to Najee. Najee gets around one guy, two guys, three guys, four guys, and then tackled as Pete Kelly says you cannot run without your ankles, sir. 39-yard line will be the starting point for the Peoria Panthers' worst starting point for quite some time.
I'll tell you what, it's pretty impressive how many tackles this return team for the Panthers is having so far. I mean, they're breaking more tackles in their rushing game. It's unbelievable.
That is true, and they're just absolutely elusive. One thing we know about this Peoria Panther team, first of all, they beat Buena last week 56-0. They played strong against a definite contender Sunny Slope squad, 34-14. This team has speed. They're back out, 3 trips to the right, 1 to the left, and they're going to hand it off up the middle. No place to run, short gain, about 2 yards. Goes the ball carrier out there, Rick Dodge.
I'd like to thank a couple sponsors here for making this broadcast possible. Larry Green Chevrolet, The People Place, Cottonwood Recreation Center, Cottonwood Rec Center. Don't make it a workout, make it a lifestyle. Home Furnishing Direct, offering the best value in brand name furniture.
Trips to the right once again, same formation. There's the clap, high snap, brings it down, looking to run. He's got some place to go. He's trying to scramble to the outside, throws the ball on the run, and not quite as accurate on a full sprint as the ball was intended for Erickson. And great job with Mingus getting through from the outside. And that is number 5 for the Marauders, putting the pressure on Romero on the far side. And on the coverage for the Mingus Marauders, Jose Pacheco.
Pete Kelly also back there, so he had a couple Marauders chasing the quarterback. And, by the time he throws the ball, he's been sprinting probably 30 yards.
Third down, 3rd and 8, a long 8 from the 39-yard line of Peoria. He's in trouble again, finds his way around, and there's a hold. This play's coming back as Pete Kelly was held horribly, and the tackle made out there by another Peoria Panther, and then there's another flag. 2 flags on the play. Now, in the backfield, I saw the hold on Kelly. Kelly had to wave his arms. There he is. He gets to the outside and then comes around, and then there's the hold, and he's begging, and then the pass is completed on the far side, and the receiver is tackled by the punter. And then a late hit at the end. Oh, my goodness. So that's going to end up, if both of those stand, that's going to be interesting to see where the ball is. So you'll go backward probably 14, forward 15. They may end up gaining a yard off of this.
Well, great job by Pete Kelly in the backfield. For our TV viewers out there, you could see the quarterback had to kind of almost went around Pete Kelly and the defender there, and Kelly kind of was following him in a circular motion, and the defender had nothing else to do but hold him. Otherwise, his quarterback's getting sacked, and it was pretty obvious there.
Yeah, although Kelly had to make it obvious. He's waving his hand.
He was like, you see it? Come on.
I've only got one arm left. Come on. 7:45 left to go. Mingus trailing by 3 as the referee gets his yellow litter back. 24-21, and they do back it up 10 yards to the 26-yard line, and then they're going to move it forward back to almost the line of scrimmage with a personal foul, and make it 4th down. Wait, no, 3rd down. So almost a complete do-over.
Yeah, it kind of almost offsets each other right there. So we're going to have a 3rd down and long for the Panthers. And Marauders right here are looking to make a stand and get the ball back with some decent field position.
Most importantly, Peoria gets another play out of this. 3rd down, quarterback with the ball. He's got some pressure, and he is hit, caught, and then whittles his way away and then is caught again, and Mingus will take him down at the line of scrimmage. He doesn't end up losing yardage, but Mingus almost had another 12-yard sack.
No, he doesn't. If it was any other down other than 3rd down, you would be happy if you're a Panther with that outcome there. But you see Pete Kelly again on the outside, making him work, and he's getting chased from behind by 52, and then there goes, looks like Trevor Galloway as well in there making the tackle. So nice job by the Marauders.
Well, Mingus looks like they may get the ball back. Now they go twins to both sides, and the punter out there, Rico, is about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage. There's the snap. Looks like a punt. It is a punt. High punt. Good punt. It's going to bounce. It's going to take a Panther bounce and bounce inside the 10-yard line. They're going to let it roll down to the yellow line they use for soccer at about the 9-yard line. Mingus is going to take the ball over there. Another phenomenal special teams piece by the Peoria Panthers.
Yeah, you had Clark standing back there, and if he would have caught the ball where he was standing, you're looking at around the 25, 30-yard line, and that's not even including a decent return. So beautiful bounce there for the Panthers, and puts Mingus inside their own 10-yard line.
Mingus, 2 plays, scored quickly. And their last drive offensively. Mingus now with the ball from their own 9-yard line, 6:34, 3rd quarter action. Mingus down by 3, the difference. A 31-yard field goal. And a pitch going to the outside, and the ball is going to have to be covered by Tristan Clark as the pitch got away, and it is a safety for the Peoria Panthers. That one was not in the script.
No, they tried going back to that play where Upham just pitches it out to Clark, and they've had success with that play, either with Clark keeping it or Upham keeping it, or Clark taking it for a nice run. But there you see it was a little bit behind Clark's grasp, and he wasn't able to get a hand on it, and just could do nothing but land on it in the end zone for a safety.
Well, now the good point is that he landed on it, and the Peoria Panthers did not land on it, right?
True, yeah. He lands on it, and he gets up and tries his hardest to kind of get out of the end zone, but you can't really do that at this level.
We may have had a tip on the pitch. See if we get a chance to look at that one again. Gilbert Lopez, number 32, may have actually redirected the pitch. Let's see if we can see it. And yep. 32, what a phenomenal effort, and he scores 2 points for his squad. And Mingus now has to kick off from their own 20, a 5-point, it should be a 5-point lead, 26-21, there we go. And Mingus has got to kick off from their own 20-yard line to a dangerous Peoria special teams. So now if you pooch punt it, you're going to automatically give midfield position for Peoria. And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to come down to Najee. Najee's trying to go to the far side. They've got this set up and caught from behind and brought down. A phenomenal play out there from the Mingus Marauders. Who is that?
Alec Pfeiffer. And he's holding on. I mean, geez, Najee almost got out of that, but Pfeiffer just held on to his cleats and just was able to hold on long enough for the refs to blow a whistle. But no, you're right. You don't want to kick it all the way down to have, someone like Muhammad return, and we've seen what he can do tonight, already scoring once on a beautiful punt return and kick return. But you pooch it, and now they're on the 45-yard line and right near midfield and starting with great field position. But the Mingus Marauders have been able to keep the Panthers offense kind of at a stop for the most part. They were in the red zone threatening all last drive and only gave up 3 points.
Well, they're going to get the ball to the outside and then out of bounds after a first down as number 13. And that is going to be Cortez, the wide receiver, picking up yardage for the Peoria Panthers. And they are now in Mingus Marauder territory at the 42-yard line.
So Mingus Marauders, if you're their defense, you need a stop right here. I mean, you're down 26-21 right now. We're in the third quarter, about just approaching 6 minutes left.
And here's the run coming to the near side. Mingus stops that one. Short gain, if anything, for Dodge is inches, and I don't think he may have even gotten that.
That was Pete Kelly again on the tackle. Pete Kelly's been causing havoc back there for the Panthers as he makes the tackle right at about the line of scrimmage.
I like that. Kelly, the havoc maker.
The havoc maker.
Makes him sound like a vacuum cleaner. All right, back to Twins we go out there, and here we go. The quarterback takes the snap, long snap, has a man open near side. Ooh, that one's on the quarterback. He had a wide open receiver and unable to get the ball to him.
Yeah, he had Najee Clark. It looks like he was kind of digging in the grass and turned back around at the quarterback, and then quarterback just threw it towards the sideline a little bit out of Clark's reach. So another break for the Marauders there. Sorry about that.
No, that's all right. 1 for 7 here in the second half is the quarterback for Peoria. He's got trips to the left, 3rd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking to pull it up. He's going for it all. And on the coverage is Accurso, and Accurso that had the intended receiver, Cortez, covered very well and was able to just put his body in the path of where the ball was going. 5:17 left to go. Mingus down by 5. 26-21, and it'll bring up another 4th down for the Peoria Panthers from the Mingus Marauder 42, and boy, they have done a phenomenal job on punting the ball. The punter also is Cortez, the intended receiver, but he is not punting out there. Right now they've got their quarterback out there to punt. Interesting. What do you think is up with that, sir?
You know, I mean, they're on the Marauders side of the 50, and now we got the whistle blowing and a flag downfield a little bit. You got the referee throwing a flag. He's picking it up.
That is a delay of game. It took too long to figure out the trick play. But if they are going to kick it, that doesn't hurt them.
No, you know, and that might have been part of the plan there to kind of back them up a little bit, give them a little bit of room so they could kind of put a punt in a little bit better position and avoid that risk of putting it in the end zone.
Mingus hoping to get the ball back, hoping that the ball isn't going to be inside their own 10-yard line again. There is the snap, a high punt, extremely high. Fair catch called. No, it's going to take another Peoria bounce and into within the 10-yard line, down to the 5-yard line. Yet again, expert special teams. I'll tell you what, there are NFL coaches that need to come and watch Peoria play special teams.
Yeah, you know, you can't speak enough about how great the special teams has been, whether it's been the punt returns, the punt coverage. I mean, the last series, they put it within the 10-yard line, and now we're here at the 5-yard line, so it makes it really tough for the Marauders offense. And last time, the Panthers put the punt inside the 10-yard line. They were able to deflect a pitch there and get a safety.
Yeah, almost scored defensively. Panthers have scored once offensively. It's all been special teams, 2 special team scores and a safety and a field goal. So I guess they've scored twice.
I mean, how valuable is that, having a special teams, you know, like that, where if your offense isn't doing it for you that night for whatever reason, you can rely on your special teams.
Mingus, first back through, up the middle, trying to gain a little bit of room. Not much, maybe a yard. And handing the ball back is Upham. Looks like Upham kept that one himself.
That was number 10, Jordan Upham with the quarterback.
Upham has only got 34 yards on the game.
Panthers, number 60.
Averaging 145 yards per game. So he needs a 100-yard breakaway to get back on track here. Mingus will set back up in the double wing. 2 receivers to the near side, short side of the field. And the first back through is not going to gain much. Maybe 0. And not a lot of place to run out there. Mingus Marauder offensive line has had their way the last couple of games. And today they have definitely run into a challenge. We knew Peoria was going to be a challenge. Preseason polls put Peoria, that was almost poetic, put Peoria at number 4 in preseason polls. It was the loss to Sunny Slope in week 1 that kind of sent them out of the top 10. A strong win over Buena brought them to even 1-1, and now they're giving Mingus a run for their money. Mingus has a man in motion and looking for the second back with the ball, and he's going to get run out of bounds in the backfield, and not able to get anywhere was Clark. And a great coverage once again, and Mingus has now got 4th down from their own 3-yard line.
So now you bring up, trying to punt it out of backed up in your own end zone with not much room to go. But going back to the Peoria Panthers, before the season, they ended last year 9-2. They made it to the Division III playoffs, lost to Moon Valley 40-32 in the first round, but 34 seniors.
Mingus is going to punt the ball out of the end zone, and it looks like it may be returnable, and Muhammad drops it, picks it back up, pushed in the back, not called. There it is, coming the opposite direction. Muhammad caught from behind, switching opposite directions, going to the far side. He's at the 30, he's at the 20, he's at the 10, and down to the end zone, drives his way in, holds the ball up for the touchdown. But I think this one is coming back for a block in the back, right at about the 47-yard line.
The Marauders are hoping that this was a block in the back, because they definitely had their opportunities to bring down Muhammad on that one. I mean, the last couple returns and great returns from Muhammad that we've seen tonight, it's been all blocking. He's had the blocking, he's had the wall set up, but this one, there was quite a few missed tackles by the Marauders, and Muhammad, you give a guy like that enough opportunities and he's going to capitalize on it, but hopefully the Marauders get a break here.
You made mention that the young man runs bigger than he is. And no doubts about it, able to lower his shoulder, take a hit, and bounce off when he has to. They're going to mark it off from the 46-yard line. A 10-yard penalty for a block in the back, and Peoria will have to start on their own side at the 46-yard line, or 44-yard line, and take over the ball there. 2:40 left to go. Mingus down by a score of 26-21. 2:40 left to go in the third quarter.
I think I heard about 45 exhales coming from the Marauders sideline there.
2 men in the backfield this time, and the handoff goes to the first back through. He's finding and winding his way for 2 yards, kind of behind the guard. And Veal will pick up, that's going to be a nice spot for about 3 yards. We will see Coach Travis tomorrow in Chino Valley as the Wildcats will take on the Chino Valley Cougars in the Majors Division. All sorts of other football going on for Saturday. We'll get to that in here just a little bit. So 3 yards on the carry, ball just on the Panthers side of the 50-yard line. A wishbone, throwing out of the wishbone and getting the reception, and then down. I believe that is number 3, Cody Flanders with the reception. First time they've thrown to him.
Well, we've seen they might not have been executing the pass game like they could have been so far tonight. I mean, we've seen just in a couple drives ago, they dropped about 4 passes, but we see that the receivers are open, whether it's the quarterback missing a few passes or the receivers dropping it. But if they're converting on those passes, this is a dangerous offense.
A delayed handoff in the backfield out of a wishbone will gain 1. And it looks like it is 25, Rick Dodge. Romero might have been in on that tackle. Thought I saw 5 in there somewhere running around. Give him 1 on the carry for Dodge. He's now got 10 carries for 35 yards. Wishbone again for Peoria. There's the double clap. Quarterback's looking to throw. He's got the outside route, and in the most precarious place, Cortez. I hate it when it hits you in the hands. Yeah. Okay, you've played football. Okay, when that ball is coming at you and you know you're that wide open, and you saw Cortez, the hips had already turned. He was making a move back to the inside.
Well, running his route, he knows once he makes that break and starts turning back towards the quarterback, he can feel that separation between him and the defender, and he, like you said, he just starts making his move before he even catches the ball.
3rd and 9 from the Mingus Marauder 41-yard line. Quarterback takes the snap, throws it up underneath, throws it behind the receiver that time. Cortez, great effort, unable to get to that one.
Approaching 1 minute left here in the third quarter. Marauders would like to have a nice stand here and get the ball back.
Looks like Peoria is going to do their punt practice again. Sure would like to get one in the air that doesn't roll down to the 5. I got to give credit. Peoria has played a phenomenal game, especially with their special teams. So Peoria looking to pin the Marauders deep yet again. Mingus has not gotten close to blocking one of these yet. They've had several opportunities, though. There it is. It is a fake. Quarterback's looking for somewhere to throw. He's going to throw it back to the near side, and it is, a missed tackle. And it will go down in a first down to about the 34-yard line, number 32 on the reception for the Peoria Panthers, Lopez, and a huge conversion for Peoria.
Well, I was wondering what kind of tricks they had up their sleeve with Guevara back there, their quarterback, punting, and there we see it.
Missed tackle at the 38-yard line made all the difference in the world. And the ball goes down to the 24.
Yeah, the Marauders did a nice job of recognizing it once Guevara kind of kept the ball and rolled out to his right, but he just came and threw across the field, and unfortunately a few missed tackles by the Marauders, and Panthers pick up first down.
And the handoff comes up to the middle. Roberts driving and grinding and even backing his way forward for a good gain of 6.
Nice hard run there by Rogers.
40 of the Marauders, Trevor Galloway.
Rogers again, a senior, 5'8", 160, but on that run, man, he looked like 5'8", maybe 220. Nice hard run there, taking a couple Marauders with them, and we got a couple flags down on the play.
Multiple.
Geez, and a hat.
Okay, I call your flag and raise you a hat. Right?
Yeah, he's like, oh man, something must have been obvious.
Right.
Start throwing their hats on the field as well.
Unsportsmanlike Peoria, and we'll see if that's going to be a redo. Okay, now, it probably happened right after the camera cut short here on Verde Valley TV.
It looked like whatever Panther was on top of that pile might have thrown a couple extra shoves down on a few Marauders on top of that pile.
But something's causing the bird motion, the unsportsmanlike, going the opposite way. They did call it against Mingus first, though. Now, we're going to see if they're going to end up with offsetting penalties or if the play is going to count or if they're going to start it over again. And it looks like they're going to set the ball right there and let it roll.
Yeah, we had a couple Marauders, Panthers on top of that pile, and it appears that when they were both getting up, kind of both teams are shoving back and forth.
3 receivers to the right, and the first back's going to cut to the near short side of the field and get tackled at about the 15-yard line. Good contact out there, short of the first down.
Yeah, that was Anthony Accurso and Cole Phelps stretching that play out and kind of forcing the running back out of bounds there. We've seen them doing that a couple times on the outside edge.
They went against the grain. They usually run that to the far side of the field. This time they came to the short side of the field as they move from right to left across the radio dial. 6 seconds left in the quarter, and it doesn't look like Peoria is going to get a playoff. All right, we are at the end of 3. The great and mighty 4:48 will begin for the Marauders. According to the Cottonwood Parks and Recreation Center scoreboard, Peoria 26, the Mingus Marauders 21. The fourth quarter coming up after this.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Quarterback going to keep it and drive forward over the tackle on the left-hand side. He'll gain 4 and earn his team 4 more downs at the 12-yard line, where Peoria is currently leading 26-21, driving in Mingus Marauder territory.
Yeah, he got a nice little block by one of his backs on the outside to kind of open up that hole a little bit so he could get a nice little gain of 4 yards here. We'll look at it again. Right there, number 25. Nice little pickup block. Ricky Dodge again.
Quarterback back in shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, looking to go to the left, and the ball is popped up in the air and will fall harmlessly out of bounds. Ooh, that's the kind of thing that interceptions are made of. I tell you what, offensive coordinators do not breathe when that happens, right?
No, definitely not, especially down here. You're like, so close, okay, come on. Hey, but you also run the risk of maybe one of your guys catching it.
Very possibly. Accurso got a hand on it, obviously, or at least credit for doing so for the pass defense. And quarterback's going to hand this one off up the middle, driving and now going backward as the Mingus Marauders do stop forward progress, but not until about 4 yards as the Peoria Panthers get down to the Marauder 8-yard line. Keep in mind, they already have a field goal in this game. Another field goal would make this an 8-point game.
They go back to Rick Dodge right there, running the ball up the middle, and Cole Phelps, I was watching him, he was on top of that, and he was really trying to rip the ball out, force a fumble there down near the end zone.
Well, they're looking over to the sideline, trying to get instructions from Coach Will Babb. He said, don't lose the ball. Twins, both sides for the Peoria Panthers at the Mingus Marauder 8-yard line. And the ball is dropped, and the quarterback's going to have to sit on it, bringing up a 4th down, right hash mark, ball at the 12-yard line, 13-yard line. This was one of the worst snaps.
Wow.
Actually, no, the snap was perfect.
He just mishandled it.
He just did not have, he did not get his hands on it, and Pete Kelly was nice and just tapped him. Although as soon as he goes down, it doesn't matter. Now, we're coming in for the field goal attempt. Keep in mind, your quarterback is your holder.
Now you're on the right hash here, so it's not a gimme, that's for sure.
No, that is
left
definitely
hash here,
true.
Excuse me, left hash.
They need a good snap, do the Peoria Panthers. There is a good snap. The hold is down. It is up. It doesn't look long enough, and it is no good. The 5-point lead holds with 10:04 left to go in the game. Mingus is actually going to get the ball back, not at their 5-yard line. We'll return to Mingus after this.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance. Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Mingus with the ball at the 20-yard line, and Upham goes back to pass and will get buried. He'll get sacked again. Number 92 is in it. I say sacked again. I think that's the second time he's been sacked in this game. Defensive end, Zach Bingham will get to him, and Mingus will lose about 4 on that play, and inside their own red zone they go.
Yeah, he had Bingham on one side of him, and on the other side he had Gilbert Lopez. So, really not much Upham could do there except tuck the ball and just take the sack, unfortunately.
Needed just a couple of shy seconds left to look downfield and see what was there. Mingus in a double wing, man in motion, and Mingus Upham looking to throw the ball. He's got time this time, throws it a little bit wide. Although the coverage was there, I'm not sure that wasn't an intentional throw that ball out of bounds.
No, it kind of looked like he was kind of cocked back to throw that one, and right when it left his hands, the safety came up over top of the receiver, and it's a good thing that one went over into the out of bounds.
That play was open for the first 1.8 seconds of the play.
Yeah.
And then it did kind of close up on it. So 3rd down, Mingus at their own 16-yard line, 3rd and 14. Mingus down by 5, 26-21, 9:16 left to go. Fourth quarter action. Mingus spreads one out left, spreads one out right. Accurso in motion, and it's going to be a reverse coming the other way. Can he get around the corner? He does. Now he's got to beat a man in a block. He's at the 20, the 25, down to the 30. Could have a first down as the reverse works, and Clark picks up 14, 18. Give him 18 on that play. Wow, that was exciting. That was exciting.
Tristan Clark again here. They look like they're going to toss it, pitch it out to Accurso, but Clark comes right underneath and intercepts it going the other way.
And I'll tell you what, he needed one block downfield, but the man came back because there were men in the backfield getting to Tristan Clark. That was all Tristan Clark.
Yeah.
He avoided 2 tackles in the backfield with no help. And then when he did get downfield, made it happen himself. And by the way, the young man, once again, approaching 100 yards. Upham turns. He's got time this time. Throws the ball downfield and is picked off. And a big hit. And then the ball is loose. It could be that Mingus has the ball. They're going to place it and, Peoria has the ball, even though the big hit dislodged it, number 21 with the interception.
Yeah, Upham was looking down the middle of the field, thought he had his man, and then you get a DB here as we look at the replay coming underneath and just intercepting the throw.
The ball needed to be just a tad bit lower, and a great, oh my goodness, the ball was dislodged out there by 89. It was Skelf that dislodged the ball, but apparently Peoria got back on it. But that was a caused fumble by Skelf. So Peoria gets the ball back. They've got the lead and the ball, 8:29 left to go, 26-21 your score. Twins, both sides for the quarterback, Rivera. Senior, 5'11", 170. Takes the snap, hands it off, going to the far side is Dodge. Dodge, great gain as he kind of beats everybody. Good slate blocking downfield, and he'll pick up a good strong 11, 12 yards and move the chains for his Peoria Panthers.
Yeah, just kind of running to the outside, gets around the edge of the Marauders defense, and Mingus has really been doing a pretty good job tonight of being able to stretch the running backs of the Panthers offense out towards the sideline, but every now and then they get around the corner for a nice gain.
81 yards rushing, and the ball is snapped over the quarterback's head. He's going to try to do something with it and throws it out of bounds. And every Peoria Panther not in the game tried to catch that one.
They're trying to make sure they catch it,
right?
Not a Marauders.
See, Coach, I caught it. Put me in.
Really nice poise there by Guevara there to kind of with the snap going over his head, keeps his composure, gains control, and then just throws it away, making the smart decision there. But, once again, Marauders in the backfield pressuring him.
22 attempts for the young man. The senior, he's got 63 passing yards. And this one is high as well. They're going to bring it down and then hand it off up the middle, and somehow that play continues to work. Let's see, he's 5'11 or 6'4", I'm not sure.
Yeah, no, he's definitely running the ball really hard. It seems like he's running harder here in the second half. Let's see. Yeah, that was number 5, Rick Dodge again.
Well, the Oxendale group would tell you that it's hard to stop a Dodge.
I like that.
Taylor Waste service tailored to meet your needs, one of our sponsors for Mingus Marauder football. Twins, both sides, once again, high snap. They're going to hand it off. This time they're going to force it to the outside, and then he's caught in the backfield, swung around, and dropped backward. It's going to depend on where they give forward progress to that one. Number 20 with the ball, that's Veal.
Yeah, Isaac Romero was the first one to kind of make contact and alter the way Guevara was going to run the ball there, and it just that little stutter step that Romero forced by the quarterback gave 3 Marauders enough time to get back in the backfield and force the sack.
Well, 7 yards on the loss, and hey, let's right after this punt, we're going to look at the Arizona Smile Designers Smile Cam, and it should be smiling big because Mingus, with 6:55 left to go, should be getting the ball back. There's the snap. There's the punt. This one's not so good. And running up on it is the Mingus Marauders. Tristan Clark takes it, tries to get to the outside, but he'll set up the Mingus Marauders at the 30-yard line. Let's take a look at the Arizona Smile Designers Smile Cam. And out here at Mingus Union High School, Mingus is going to have the ball. There's the smile. Now, being a Cubs fan, I don't like the Pirates hat, but nonetheless, I like the smile out there, and the Mingus Marauders going to set up shop as fourth quarter. They've got 6:56 to go now. They've stuttered offensively here in the second half.
I tell you what, you got to give a ton of credit to the Marauders' defense so far this second half. I mean, they've come out of the locker room on fire. There's been 3 drives where the Panthers, 2 of them in the red zone, thanks to great field position, and the Mingus Marauders, 1 of them kept them to 3 points, the other one turnover, and then this one forcing the punt.
2 receivers on the near side for the Mingus Marauders. Accurso goes in motion to the outside, and Upham's going to keep it himself. All right, good start. 5 yards as he dives forward, and Upham keeps it himself. They put Tristan Clark all the way out on the far side as more of a decoy on that one with Carson Anderson.
Yeah, you hear right here, looked like Upham was going to pitch it, but he saw the outside linebacker kind of come upfield, so he just tucked it and got what he can running up the middle there.
Now, the last time Upham was intercepted, that was actually the first giveaway Mingus has had on the season. Their takeaways have been 9 so far. Curso in motion, and first back, no. Was that Upham?
Upham kept it. Oh, nope, that was number 30.
Give it to Pfeiffer. And Pfeiffer takes a loss on that one. Had me fooled.
I mean, you put so many backs back there.
So it'll bring up a 3rd and 7. The ball at the Mingus Marauder 33-yard line. 5:45 left to go. Time is not on your side. And Mingus desperately needing a first down at this point to be able to maintain possession and keep the ball rolling downfield. Upham with the ball. He's looking to run. He'll bring it back to the inside, and the ball is out. And they're going to give the ball off to Peoria. And Upham unable to keep a hold of it. He is stripped on the tackle. And number 4, which is Nige Clark, comes up with the ball. 5:21 left to go. 5-point lead. This is a key drive for the Mingus Marauder defense and the Peoria Panther offense.
Yeah, that's a big unfortunate turnover for the Marauders. Upham looked like he went to go fake the pitch out to his left when he was running left, and while he was bringing that fake back in before he could get the ball tucked up nice and tight, the ball was punched out.
They're going to run the ball up the middle. Mingus will stop it, pile it, and bring it, they're going to give him forward progress for a good solid 4 yards as the ball goes down to the Mingus Marauder 33-yard line. And I guarantee you they should not be in a hurry to get the playoff. But no huddle offense once again for the Peoria Panthers. High snap again, quarterback keeps it, but he's not going to fool anybody, and he'll run out of bounds, which helps the Mingus Marauders. He should have gone down and just taken the sack out there, but instead he'll run out of bounds at approximately the 36-yard line. Was that one of the Kelly boys that ran him out?
That was Pete Kelly, number 21, again, just wreaking havoc in the backfield for the quarterback, and he was there for the sack, and then Guevara just kind of gave him a little stiff arm, and then Kelly comes right back and forces him out of bounds.
Trips to the right, 4:47 says the clock. Fourth quarter action, Mingus down 26-21. Guevara in the shotgun. He'll take the snap, looking to throw the ball downfield. Now he's going to run. He's in trouble. He'll throw it to the near side. And Muhammad puts his hand down and then will get run down. So it'll be a short gain on the pass, but he stays in bounds. Mingus trying to get rid of, get the ball out. And in on the tackle for the Mingus Marauders is Cole Phelps. You had made mention that he is actually on the board for the state with tackles.
Yeah, going into the game, he was number 13 in the state with tackles, and he was actually 16th in sacks with 3 of them. But right there, you know what you can do here with the gang tackle when you have multiple guys on the running back or the receivers, that gives you the opportunity to start stripping the ball.
4th down, ball on the Mingus Marauder 32-yard line, 4th and 6. And we have a timeout by Peoria. I think that 4th down wait was to take time off the clock. Man, do we have a barn burner here. We're going to take a quick break. Return to Mingus Union High School after this.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
Well, this is a new setup for Peoria. Haven't seen this setup. And, oh, there was movement before the snap, and they throw downfield. Muhammad is open. He's going to juke and find his way to the end zone. There was movement before that pass, actually before the play. However, it is going to go for a touchdown, a 32-yard touchdown reception to Muhammad, who is elusive once he gets downfield.
Yeah, it looked like once he caught the ball, he turns into the same guy that's been running all these kick returns back. I mean, he makes one move, one guy missed, then another guy, and then he's heading home into the end zone. But fourth down, that's a big conversion there for the Panthers.
It is. That makes it 32-21, an 11-point game with 3:48 left to go. The extra point could make it 12. And it is a fake up the middle, and it will go for a 2-point conversion. And number 8 gets the 2-point conversion as the direct snap goes to Frankie Leal, a linebacker who runs it in, and then there is a flag afterward.
Yeah, that was a, you had the holder jump up like the snap was high, and but there's no ball back there. He had me fooled. I mean, I saw the holder jump, and then next thing I know, there's a guy standing in the end zone.
And they call it unsportsmanlike against Mingus. No, against Peoria. But I believe the 2-point conversion is going to count, which makes it a 32-21 game. Mingus would now have to score 2 touchdowns to be able to get back into this one.
Yeah, I mean, the Mingus Marauders defense has been doing whatever they could this second half. I mean, they've been put in a few tough positions with the Panthers just getting the ball with a fresh set of downs in great field position. And they had them on a 4th and long right there, but showing a new offensive, alignment for the Panthers there. You had a couple Marauders pointing to each other, yelling at each other, trying to figure out how to line up against that new look. And then we had, again, Muhammad. Muhammad just gets the ball and catches it, a nice pass up the middle, and he's gone into the end zone.
Well, they're going to mark off the unsportsmanlike and bring the ball back to the 25-yard line. So Mingus should have great field position to start off. If they do the pooch kick again, Mingus should have the ball somewhere about midfield.
Well, we've seen a couple times tonight and a lot this season how quickly the Marauders can score.
They're going to put a ground ball that'll be picked up right at about the 30-yard line. Mingus trying to go down the sideline, and he was able to cut back through and get almost back up to the 50-yard line. Tackle made out there by number 40 for the Peoria Panthers. That's Tanner Wright.
Tristan Clark on the carry there. He kind of bobbled it a little bit once it hit the ground, and then he made one move and was up the sideline towards midfield.
How did he get by? There's seven guys in white jerseys out there, and he's within 3 yards of that sideline and somehow is able to still make it up the sideline.
Yeah,
I don't know how.
From where we're at up here on the opposite side of the field, it didn't look like he had that much room on the sideline, but I guess so, and he got a nice little block there, which kind of led him to gain another 10, 15 yards.
Mingus still in this one at their own 49-yard line, down by 13. Upham looking to pass. He will get sacked from behind. Made the fake, the double move, trying to set the double move downfield, and a 4-yard sack on the Mingus Marauders under 3.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, that's a tough sack to take right there. That was Isaiah Quintero there on the sack for the Peoria Panthers.
3rd sack of the game for Peoria. Upham this time rolling to the near side, looking for somewhere to go. He'll throw it out. He's got Accurso. Accurso will get back to the original line of scrimmage and then out of bounds at about the 49-yard line. So 3rd and 10, clock stopped with 3:07 left to go, fourth quarter. Mingus down 34-21.
Yeah, he was rolling up. Upham was rolling off to his left there, and he was looking downfield to Carson Anderson, number 32, but really he was covered well by the DB back there and just had no other option other than to dump it off in the flat there for just a short gain.
But it does stop the clock. So 3rd and 10. Mingus trying to get on the other side of the field from their own 49-yard line. Big play is what Mingus needs at this point. And they will hand off, and the trickery does not fool number 4 out there, Nige Clark. And the run will go for approximately 3 yards. No, give him about 2 yards on the play.
That was Juan Ruiz on the carry, and he's slow to get up, but he is up and walking back to the huddle.
Mingus is going to call a timeout. We're going to take a timeout with them. 3 ticks, under 3 minutes left to go. Mingus down by 13 on the 3rd home game of the season for 2015. We'll be back after this.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, let's set the scene for you. 2:57 left to go, fourth quarter. Mingus with the ball at the 48-yard line of the Peoria Panthers. It is now 4th down and 7. And Peoria jumps. We started the game that way. And Peoria does jump, so that's going to make it 4th and shorter. Call it 4th and 2.
Yeah, you know, those are the penalties that just make coaches rip their hair out. I mean, you have 4th and, some distance there. You jump early, and now you're looking at 3 yards, 2 yards.
Are you saying that I'm a coach that has seen that a lot, or what?
Hey, I did not say that. You said, but you are a coach.
Yeah, there we go. All right, Mingus, look at him move the ball and move the chains and driving the feet and getting the first down, depending on the spot. Ooh, that is a good spot on the left side, not a good spot on the right side, and it is Pfeiffer fighting for the first down. He'll pick up 3 and move the chains.
Kept those feet moving after initial contact and picked up a few extra yards, diving as well to maybe put him over the first down.
2:48, Mingus kind of in a hurry-up offense here, and they'll they'll pitch to the near side, looking for a man to beat, and then getting Tristan Clark keeps those legs going. Once again, tried to get to the outside, give him about 5 on the carry. Clock continues to roll under 2:30.
Yeah, it looked like Clark was thought he could kind of get through those 2 defenders instead of running towards the sideline, but he picks up a gain of about 5.
Well, that's really the best place to go is between them in case they knock each other off. Upham looking to throw. He's got a receiver to the outside. Oh, just unable to connect.
Yeah,
looked like a Curso on the far side.
Yeah, throws a little high in and out of the hands of a Curso there in the flat. I think there was a cornerback right on top of him, so I don't know how big of a gain after the catch was made he would have had, but that would have been a pickup of a few yards.
7 attempts in the game, 27 yards throwing the ball for Upham. Biggest completion was 28 yards. Interesting enough. Mingus is at the 35-yard line, 3rd and 5 from the Peoria 35-yard line, and he throws the ball downfield, and over the top is the defender, and Mingus will get a call on this one. Was that Galloway? It was Galloway, the intended receiver, and the defense was behind him, came over the back. Great job by Upham just getting that ball out, but the defender came over the top of him through the back, and the penalty will help the Mingus Marauders.
Hey, when you need a big play downfield, go to your big man, the tight end. 6'4", 205, Trevor Galloway. And, the defender was just all over his back and tangled up in his arms. And nice call there by the referees. That one was pretty obvious.
Want to thank Robert Doss and Frank Vodka, Richard Baldwin, Kevin Knowles, Jake Hockman, all serving their country. All former Mingus Marauders. Pass interference is the call. That's going to put the ball right, well, the nose of the ball right there at the red zone. Mingus has not been in the red zone second half.
No, and this is a time where they have to have a touchdown here in order to kind of stay in this game here. 2:10 left in the game.
You're absolutely right. We are down to half-tis, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there's no other way about it.
And Mingus looks like Upham's going to throw the ball. Looks like Upham's going to get sacked again. 4-yard sack, and that hurts, especially for time, sir.
Number 32, Gilbert Lopez on the sack there. Upham was looking downfield, looking to pass downfield, and then he saw there was nothing available, tucked the ball, and went to go run out to his right, and when he turned around, boom, there was Lopez.
Mingus will take its second timeout, although I like the idea of the 2 minutes, the 2-minute warning. We're exactly at 2 minutes, so can we pretend it's a 2-minute warning?
Yeah, I mean, you utilize it the same way, right?
Well, yeah, absolutely. Hey, we want to thank Graham's Integrity Auto, where integrity comes standard equipment, and Jackson Hewitt Rice Accounting, Salt Lewis out there cooking the Marauder burgers. And, of course, they've got locations across northern Arizona. You know what I love about his spot is the fact that he's got all those really cool things on his sign. Every time you drive by, every week, there's something new.
Want to give a real big shout out to the Mingus Marauders and Tristan Clark, who kind of set up this. Tristan Clark invited this young boy Cody, out to practice, and knew that he was a big football fan and had broke his arm playing football, and invited him out to practice. The guys kind of showed him a good time, gave him a Marauders signed T-shirt. The team signed it. Great job by them.
Mingus with the snap, looking for somewhere to go, and Upham avoids the first wave, but will get sacked again. Another 2-yard sack, bringing up 3rd down and about 16 now for the Marauders, with the ball at the 32-yard line.
You know, here the last couple of plays, we've seen Mingus trying to go downfield in the air, and we really got to give some credit to the secondary of the Panthers. I mean, first time we've really seen that coverage.
Here comes the pressure again, and Upham will get sacked again, this time from the blitzer on the outside, and that is going to bring up a 4th and long, and Mingus will have to take its final timeout with 1:24 left to go.
Yep, coming off of the edge, the blitz there, and Upham again didn't really see it looking downfield, and you can see that the Peoria Panthers, especially their defense right now, is playing with a purpose, and they can see 1:24 left to go, and they know that the Mingus Marauders can score fast. They've seen it a couple times tonight. One big play, especially that little pitch to the outside, has just been killing them a couple times, but they're taking away that outside with the blitz.
Well, unfortunately, Upham hasn't had but less than 2 seconds to decide whether he's going to throw the ball, pitch the ball, run the ball, read the ball a bedtime story. He hasn't had time to do anything. 34-21. We have got 84 seconds left on the clock. Mingus in jeopardy of losing its first game of the year. Could potentially fall to 2-1. Peoria with a victory would move up to 2-1. 4th down attempt here. Upham over center Vincent. He'll take the snap. Drops back. He's got trouble again. The ball is tipped, but it is completed. Mingus looking for somewhere to go, and looks like Pfeiffer with the reception gets back to about the 30-yard line, but that is still going to be a turnover. The ball was tipped trying to coming out of Upham's hand. It was tipped, so Pfeiffer had to wait for the ball to get there. The screen was set up, but it just wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, you know, I see what they're trying to do there. 4th and long. It's not working downfield. 3 or 4 plays before that, Upham has 2 seconds before he can even get the ball out of his hands, and he's been sacked a couple times this drive already. So with that pressure, you know it's coming. Just kind of drop Upham back and dump it off to one of your running backs, and that's what he tried to do right there. And unfortunately, the Peoria Panthers, great coverage.
Well, Peoria does have timeouts. With 1:15 left to go, Mingus has used up its timeouts, cannot stop the clock. And we should see, this is the first time we've seen the quarterback under center, and he's going to take the knee in the victory formation. Peoria is going to move to 2-1. They were favored coming in here, to Mingus. But I will tell you, out of all of my years of Mingus Marauder football, this was one of the closest contests I have ever seen between these two squads.
Yeah, the difference maker, special teams. I mean, special teams. They had a couple touchdowns, and then even when they're not scoring, they're putting the ball for Mingus Marauders to start off within the 10, 5-yard line, and it makes it really tough to move the ball, especially at that point. And then once you get down here, 2 touchdowns or 2 scores, the defense knows you're going to be going to the air trying to pick up a lot of yardage, so you try to get creative, and it just kind of wasn't working out. Again, that third element with special teams, you just can't say enough great things about the special teams of the Peoria Panthers. We knew that going into the game, but especially tonight, we saw it firsthand.
Well, that's the third kneel down here for the Peoria Panthers with 13 seconds left to go. The congratulations and hugs between the teams out there as both squads being gentlemen, great sportsmen. And you know what? This has been an absolutely fantastic game. Peoria's going to win it, though, by a score of 34-21. The final cannon is out there. Mingus 2-1 on its homestand, and will fall to the Peoria Panthers. This one was circled on the schedule a long time ago. This is a major squad. This Peoria squad is going to make some noise in Division 3. No doubts about it. Mingus held their own, learned an awful lot here tonight. Can't wait to get into the Digitel post-game report. We got all sorts of highlights to show you, all sorts of stats to show you. You're going to be amazed. Stick around. This is going to be interesting for the Digitel player of the game. We'll return to Mingus. A check of the Cottonwood Parks and Recreation Center scoreboard. Peoria wins the game 34-21 over the Mingus Marauders. We'll return after this.
Since 1993, Rice Accounting has been assisting Verde Valley residents with their tax returns. A proud part of the National Jackson Hewitt Tax Service, Rice Accounting can prepare all state and federal returns. They can file electronically or prepare paper returns. They're open year-round to assist you with personal and business taxes, quarterlies, payroll, and account services.
Please come on in to Rice Accounting Jackson Hewitt Tax Service. We're open year-round for all of your taxing needs. Thank you.
At Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, we believe everyone deserves to drive a nicer, newer car today.
Hi, I'm Matt Oxendale. I offer solutions to the everyday problems that keep most people stuck in a car they hate. Hi, guys.
Matt. I enjoyed my purchase experience at Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep. My salesperson took me out on the lot and let me look around at all the cars while my children played in the play area. And they really enjoyed it. There was no pressure.
Oxendale Chrysler Dodge Jeep, a dealer for the people.
Taylor Waste has been voted the #1 residential garbage service 12 years in a row in Cottonwood and 8 years in a row in Sedona.
Why? Because Taylor Waste always offers dependable and efficient garbage service and clean, eco-friendly curbside recycling and positive customer service.
Taylor Waste offers a separate recycling container, and our recycling program is clean rather than commingled with garbage.
To start service, call your locally owned Taylor Waste, dedicated to providing service tailored to your needs.
Cheerleading, tumbling, gymnastics.
We are Flip City Gym.
We have classes for boys and girls of all ages and skill levels.
Flip City Gym offers competitive co-ed cheerleading with world champion coaches.
Ask about tumbling and gymnastics.
Or our health and fitness-based academic preschool.
The only one of its kind in northern Arizona.
Enjoy open gym Fridays and Saturdays. Stop by for your free class or find out more at flipcitygym.org.
Wake up and live Moss at your local Cottonwood Taco Bell. The next generation of breakfast is here. Introducing the Biscuit Taco, AM Crunch Wrap, Cinnabon Delights, and fresh brewed 100% Colombian coffee. Convenient hours, drive-through, and open late every night. Visit your local Taco Bell. Located on 89A and Cove Parkway in Cottonwood. Taco Bell. Live Moss.
Pond Palace offers a wide selection of jewelry, electronics, musical instruments, firearms, and much more. And if you need money for that unforeseen financial burden, Tanner, Natalie, or Rob can get you a loan using your valuable items and collectibles. Scrap gold, silver, jewelry, guns, and electronics are all accepted. Visit Pond Palace on Calvary Way at 89A in the Dome Building, open 6 days a week, and online at pondpalaceaz.com.
It's time now for the Digital Post-Game Report. Stay tuned for the Marauder Wrap-Up, game highlights, and the Digital Player of the Game. The Digital Post-Game Report starts now.
This was an important game going in. Welcome to the Digital Post-Game Report here at Mingus Union High School. Already on the season, a young season. First game out of the gates, and Peoria loses to Sunny Slope, so they start the season 0-1. They bounce back, a 56-0 win over Buena, and then tonight a 34-21 victory over the Mingus Marauders. And it was a fight. It was a dogfight all the way through. Difference with special teams throughout the entire game. And this may have saved Peoria's season.
Yeah, it really would have. They pretty much had to win this one in order to stay with the schedule they have coming up. They pretty much had to win this one, and this meant a lot to them. But I think if you take away the special teams of it, we'll talk about it later, but if you take away that aspect of it, it really was closer than the final score shows. And I think the Marauders have a lot to hold their head up about with this game. But they also learned a lot about themselves, with the big blowout wins in the first two games. They were really tested tonight, and we knew that was going to happen. We knew the Peoria Panthers were going to come out fired. We knew they were fast. And I think Mingus learned a lot tonight.
Oh, without a doubt, and I think it's going to serve them well through the season. I know this is going to sound weird. Mingus could lose this game and not destroy this season. I'm not sure Peoria could. With 56 teams in Division 3, 8-2 doesn't guarantee you playoffs unless you win your section. Hey, let's go through some of the scoring here tonight. And Peoria actually started first. First quarter, 9:21 left to go, a 4-yard dash as getting into the end zone is Dodge. Powered by Dodge. How about that? Rico hits the extra point. It was good. Mingus would come right back. 8 minutes left to go. And a 68-yard pitch to Accurso. An absolutely beautiful pitch. And it was one of those long pitches to the outside. And Mingus was able to, it was the last second pitch. And Accurso outruns the defense. Against Peoria, you know what? We just said something.
Yeah.
Accurso's fast. If you could outrun Peoria, if you could outrun the Panthers, you have definitely said something.
I tell you what, that play right there, that touchdown right out of the gate set up a lot regarding the offense. They ran that play multiple times. It set up a touchdown with Upham earlier when he, instead of pitching it, held it. So with the early success with that play, that really opened the door for the Mingus Marauders offense.
I think Mingus is definitely we're going to see that as Marauder fans quite a bit more. Problem was, next play was the kickoff return for the Peoria Panthers. Mingus tries to kind of pooch it, and it comes down to about the 18-yard line, and off to the races they go up the middle and around the corner. Erickson takes it to the house from about 78 yards and scores a huge kickoff return for the Peoria Panthers. The extra point was good, and it was 14-7. Mingus would come back, though. $1:40 left to go, still first quarter action, and Upham would not be denied. He comes off tackle, great block on the outside, finds and weaves his way, and if it gets into the end zone for the touchdown for the Mingus Marauders, that would be his only touchdown of the game. Meyer got the extra point. It was 14-14. Second quarter. 35 seconds left to go. This was another nail in the coffin. You said it was closer than it actually was. 35 seconds left to go. Mingus forced to punt. We punt, and Mohammed takes the ball right at the 50-yard line. He's going to go to the far side, about the 48, and then great blocking downfield. He finds a streak to the end zone on that sideline, and Coach Miranda for the Peoria Panthers has got this squad dialed in for special teams, and the extra point was good. So 21-14 at halftime. Mingus is like, oh, man, we were tied with 35 seconds ticks left to go, but doesn't work out. So then the Panthers actually get the second half kick to go their way. Pooch kick goes off the Mingus Marauders. They get the ball. They end up turning it into a 31-yard field goal by Rico, and it was 24-21 with 9:08 left to go in the third quarter. That was a great shot, by the way. 10-point lead by Peoria. Peoria's feeling good. However, Mingus, third quarter, 8:40 left to go. So 28 seconds later and in 2 plays, Mingus becomes explosive. Here comes Tristan Clark around the corner. He finds the sideline. And I swear, one more Weedy and he has the ball. But they said he stepped out at about the 9-yard line. However, the following play for the Mingus Marauders, a 9-yard touchdown pitch to Accurso for his second touchdown of the game, cuts inside. They were trying to take away the outside. You go, that's fine. No problem. Myers got the extra point. It was 24-21, but then it started rolling away from the Mingus Marauders. A pitch that is tipped gets into the end zone. Tristan Clark does wisely cover it up. However, in doing so, it becomes the safety. It was 26-21. With 10:04 left to go, the Peoria Panthers try to extend the lead with a 25-yard field goal attempt. No good. The lead stayed 26-21, and then with 3:48 left to go, the final nail in the coffin as Guevara finds Mohammed downfield, 32 yards for the touchdown, and the final touchdown and extra point of the game, making it a 13-point game. It's not a question of if they were going to actually get together. The question was when. And the timing was awful.
Yeah, that was one of the few, really, especially in the second half, completions they had in the air. They had multiple opportunities, especially with some of the red zone drives that they had to score and capitalize. They had one drive where I believe they had 4 dropped passes. Now, a lot of that was because of the Marauders' defense, but, that just shows the special what this offense really has. I mean, running the ball, Guevara, he can run it himself. You have Mohammed, you give that guy the ball. We saw on the touchdown, he does what he does. He catches the pass, and he turns into that same kick returner that we saw today for the first time.
The stats don't match the score.
No.
The stats do not match the score. We're going to tell you what we mean when we come back for the Digital postgame report after this.
Digital, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digital, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.
People often refer to Larry Green Chevrolet as the people place. Keeping that reputation is a priority in the community and with every customer that comes through the door. If you're in the market for a new or pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV, you'll find their selection extensive and their sales team professional and courteous. You can also count on excellent after-sales service. Visit Larry Green Chevrolet on Highway 260 next to Walmart in Cottonwood.
The Suzy Q Market is the most convenient stop for road trips, with 1,500 beverage selections and plenty of snacks. And save on Texaco fuel with your Safeway Rewards card. The Suzy Q drive-thru window is the most convenient way to pick up those essentials on the way home.
Road trips start here.
With something for everyone.
At the Suzy Q Market.
Remember, please shop local first.
Go Marauders!
You'll get more miles for your money at Reese's Tire and Automotive Tire Pros. It starts with matching the right tire for you, your vehicle, and driving habits. And continues with expert brake, alignment, and warranty services to extend the life and performance of your vehicle. And to serve you better, we now offer King Cobra custom exhaust systems. Find out more about our nationwide warranty at Reese'sTire.com.
America's most innovative off-road vehicles are all on sale during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Get our biggest rebate ever on Razor XP 1000. Save $1,000 on remaining 2015s while they last. Get our lowest price ever on Ace 4x4. This all-new off-road experience is just $64.99 after rebate. Get the year's best deals during the Polaris Factory Authorized Clearance.
Visit Cottonwood Motorsports at Route 260 and Western Drive.
Our whole team is here to help you get the most out of each workout.
Here at the Cottonwood Recreation Center.
Back here at Mingus Union High School, the Mingus Marauders fall to 2-1, a 34-21 loss to Peoria. They're going to take a lot away from this one, and we got some other scores that are going on.
Yeah, looking at Twitter right now, if you follow at NAZHS Football, looking at that, Coconino taking on Thunderbird in the third quarter right now. Thunderbird leads Coconino 44-7, and then on the other side of the mountain, we have Bradshaw and Notre Dame. In the fourth quarter, Notre Dame leads Bradshaw 35-21.
Bradshaw is supposed to be tough. Notre Dame is supposed to be, they are ranked. So Bradshaw has had some very tough games so far this year. Squeaked one out last week. A missed field goal with seconds left on the clock gave them a victory by 2 points. So Bradshaw looking to fall to 1-2. That could be precarious for their playoff situation. Here tonight, Mingus loses by a score of 34-21. Let's take a look at some of the stats. Mingus won the stats.
Yeah.
Mingus won the stats. Upham, 6 for 8, 29 yards. Had one rushing touchdown. Clark ended up 8 carries, 96 yards. Oh, so close to 100 yards, averaging 12 yards a carry. 219 yards on the ground. 29 passing yards. They needed to be able to throw the ball a little better when they needed to and wanted to at the end of the game. Now let's take a look at the victorious Panthers, who did not have 248 yards of total offense. They have 177 yards of total offense. Quarterback Guevara ends up 8 for 24, efficient, 101 yards, 1 touchdown. Most importantly, no interceptions. He was smart with the ball. Dodge, 16 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown on the ground. The nail in the coffin, Muhammad, with the 32-yard reception late in the fourth quarter. 76 yards on the ground from a high-powered rushing team, 100 yards in the air, when they averaged a heck of a lot more than that during the course of the season. Mingus's defense played superb. The whole difference was the special teams.
Yeah, you know, it really was. The defense sticking with that. Pete Kelly, right out of the gate in the first quarter, he had a nice sack for 13 yards. That led to a punt the very next play, and then eventually the next offensive drive for the Marauders scoring. Tyler Kelly had a punt, or 2 sacks actually in the first half. Then we had DeLue, who also had a sack for 6 yards, and Scaff forced a fumble. But you know, special teams, we just can't say it enough. Special teams. I mean, they won that battle, and it was if you're looking at this, if you're an opposing team that's going to be facing the Panthers down the road, I mean, there's really, even if you try and pooch kick it, it's really difficult to stop this. Their punt game was impressive, just pinning the Marauders offense inside their 10 probably 3 or 4 times tonight.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. And the only way that you stop their kickoff return is you got to put it in the end zone, because you can't run it out in high school football. Hey, we want to remind everybody that you can listen on your phone to Mingus Marauder Football. You can get the KYBC app powered by Pawn Palace, and you can download it at myradioplace.com, and you can watch all of your Mingus Marauder games on Verde Valley TV, Cable 1, Channel 56, and Sunlink Channel 2, or online at verdevalleytv.com. Hey, we've got a tough call here.
Yep.
The Digital Player of the Game, Clark, 96 yards on 8 carries. Hey, that is efficient. I thought Upham ran a very efficient offense out here. Accurso had some great carries and 2 touchdowns on the game.
He had a nice block that kind of led Clark to have that nice gain right down here, and then followed it up with a touchdown.
Yeah, absolutely. He played an awesome game, although I think Mingus played even better defensively here tonight. They lose the game, but I think they played better defensively here tonight.
Yeah, at break you asked me who I'm going to go with here. And
did I? Did I really?
Well, I knew it was coming. I knew you were going to ask me here on air.
Okay.
But I feel like I was calling his name all night. We were talking about him, and the fact that they held this rushing offense by the Panthers to just really minimal yards. I got to go with Pete Kelly. I mean, he forced a sack. He was in, it seems like all night he was just causing havoc for Guevara there in the backfield, and really the fact that Guevara had no turnovers was pretty impressive on his point. But Pete Kelly, I mean, he was doing his job, just forcing plays inside. When he was coming from the outside, he was blitzing all game, and he was in the backfield creating a lot of stress for the Panthers offense. And I got to go with Kelly.
Pete Kelly, our Digital Player of the Game here for the game number 3 coming up. It'll be our first road game next Friday night. The Greenway Demons.
Yeah.
Another Mingus Marauder opponent from yesteryear. Cannot wait to go down and see Greenway again. I hear it's changed. It'll be interesting. We might be in the stands. We could be on top. I'm not sure. We will find out, but we will be broadcasting from Greenway High School next Friday night. Hey, we want to thank Ryan Nichols and John Stabe in the truck, Abby and Joey Kwiatkowski on cameras, and all of our staff putting us on the air. Ashley back at the studio. Hey, this is going to be a wrap for Mingus Marauder football. Once again, Peoria outbest the Mingus Marauders through special teams 34-21 here tonight. We'll talk to everybody next Friday night.
This has been the Mingus Marauder post-game report. Brought to you by Digitel, your premium Verizon wireless retailer in Cottonwood next to Susie Q Market on Main Street. Or see the Digitel locations in Prescott and Flagstaff. Don't miss the video replay of tonight's Mingus Marauder football game on Verde Valley TV. That's Cable 1 Channel 56 and Suddenlink Channel 2. For times, visit verdevalleytv.com.
Digitel, a Verizon premium wireless retailer. Come in today and get on America's largest, most reliable wireless network. Get unlimited nationwide talk and text and devices from all the hottest manufacturers. Find Digitel, your local Verizon premium wireless retailer, in the Flagstaff Mall, in Cottonwood at 960 South Main Street, in Payson at 401 North Beeline Highway, Prescott Valley at Glassford Hill Marketplace, and in Prescott with locations in the Prescott Gateway Mall, and the shops at Prescott Gateway.